Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 56. The apocalypse is upon us. So they say. I don't know if I believe it, but I am scared as fuck. With me as always, Al, how you doing?
All right.
With me also as even more always, Brian, because he was here since the beginning.
I'm supposed to get second billing. I'm before Alan.
Yeah, technically
that's the way it works. You say my name before you say Alan's name.
It should,
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's in the contract.
You know me and my ego.
Yeah. That is true.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We don't have any coronas here, so we are not. Hopefully, we don't have the virus.
We're not at risk.
Yeah, we didn't bring coronas.
Well, speaking of risk, I'd planned on making fun of the panic and having a good time with it, and kind of, I guess,
you scared yourself out of it, did you?
I ended up scaring the shit out of myself.
Yeah.
But now we realize that it's real.
The guy died in Washington State, so it's here in the United States.
It's official.
I will still make fun of it, so don't worry.
It's official. Death's upon us.
Then it was, at first it was a joke, and now it's like, well, it's only got a 2% mortality rate. I'm like, oh, okay, but if you got hypertension, it's like 10%, so I'm up to 10%. They're like, well, if you got respiratory issues, it's another 6%, so I'm 16%. So 84% chance of living, but 16% chance of dying for me. So that's
as long as it doesn't affect the morbidly obese, I'm fine.
Well, that's probably going to be one for me, too.
I mean, I might have those other issues. I just, I haven't been diagnosed yet. So, Joseph
Benavides lost via KO. Wow.
Already?
Yep. That's according to Phil. Hi, Phil. How you doing?
Thanks, Phil.
Hey,
I was
Phil.
about to watch that, too. Now I can't.
So, I'm at risk for dying.
Is that boxing?
Yes. It's UFC.
I shouldn't have made fun of Kobe like Ari. So this is what. Why
we didn't
this
make
is
that much fun of them.
No, we really didn't. But
No.
I don't know. I researched it because it was a hot topic, and I was going to make some jokes in light of it. Now I'm like, my anxiety's through the air, up through the fucking roof, rather.
I saw that episode.
What's that?
I finally saw that episode.
Which one?
Hot topic.
Oh,
anyways,
yeah.
but Corona's serious.
I'm gonna start drinking again.
No, don't do
I
that.
have to.
That'll make you more susceptible because it'll weaken your immune system.
I don't care. I want to be calm.
It'll affect your kidneys, and therefore you'll get disease.
Yeah. So I and the more and more you look into it, it was like negligence from start to finish. Just so they were testing it at a lab. It looks like it got out because of poor security conditions at that lab. Then a bunch of people are in jail for selling the animals to locals to eat that they did experiments on. So it was just there's like multiple ways that shit got out of that lab.
This is similar, very eerily similar to 28 Days Later, where they were experimenting with it on monkeys and stuff, and these people broke in to free the monkeys because you shouldn't keep them captured, and they released them, and then they attacked the protesters' faces and killed them, and they got out, and that's how it got out, was just through stupidity and lack security. So I'm just saying, it's not 28 Days Later, but it could be 28 Days Later.
Yeah, well,
which means fast
Isn't
zombies.
that how long? Isn't that the incubation period?
28 days.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this whole thing. It's scary. Phil says booty bump some Xannies to chill. I have those prescribed, by the way, and I take about one a month when I freak out like I am right now.
Did you just speak English? What? He has what?
It means use a Xanax as a suppository.
Oh, he did say booty bump. Booty bumps?
Booty bump is Xanax?
Where you put it up your butt.
Yeah.
Like a suppository.
So it works better?
I don't know. I just, when I'm freaking out, I take one like a pill through my mouth.
No,
orally.
it's just
I think it works quicker.
Phil's got his own lingo, and sometimes I
that
understand it.
colorectal, yeah, but like on South Park, where they, they're, eating from their butt and pooping out their mouth.
Yeah. No, I don't think I got to that one yet.
So, what do you guys?
Oh, really?
Is that later on?
No, I think it's an old one.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
So I'm not going to overreact, but I bought $10,000 worth of storable food. No,
I took out a loan for my 401k.
yeah, I bought 2 more guns.
The cellar is full.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I built a cellar because I didn't have one before.
Yeah. I got a bug out shelter. I got radio.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? I've tried not to make fun of anybody because it can be serious, and you should always prepare for something. I think you should be concerned, and I'm quoting somebody here that we know. You should be concerned about what's going on. I don't know if you should necessarily be panicked yet.
Yeah.
And I think that was Matt that said that.
Yeah. Well, my natural inclination is to always overreact. So that's.
I will immediately overreact, but
the minute it starts spreading in Michigan, dude, I'm gonna fucking mainline some heroin. Like, all right, I'm giving it a try.
That's it.
Well,
I only got an 84% chance of surviving. It's time to do heroin.
So I heard, and actually, this is where I'm going to make fun of it a little bit. So one guy, and he was serious. He was an economist, and it was on the news radio station and stuff, listening to my traffic and weather together on the 8s on my way to work and stuff, or way home from work. And he's like, and I think they were kind of half joking around when they said it. It was like, well, I guess good news with coronavirus is that if things work out the way that some people think it will, gas prices will go down. I'm like,
that's
for real?
That's great because gas is so expensive right now.
Well, no, it's not expensive at all. But this guy's theory, and he's not the only one, but this guy's theory is that people are going to start not going anywhere because they don't want,
Well, yeah. Did you see what stocks are up and what stocks are down? All the stocks that are up are the ones that you do at home: Netflix, Peloton.
So people will stay at home, not go out, won't drive, so they'll have the same gas in their car. So gas won't be selling.
Yeah, so the price will go down.
He said, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down by a full $1. And I was like, yeah.
Great.
Well, cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I could have more money to panic alone with.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Gas prices going down.
Yeah, it
Coronavirus.
was
Thank
funny.
you.
They were showing they're like, 1,200 points decrease in the stock market, plummeted. And then they're showing all the things that are up, and I'm like, those are all stay-at-home
Yeah, all things. Yeah,
Everything you like use at home is like skyrocketing.
Netflix and Hulu
and everything
and Amazon.
and all the stuff that involves going out is like plummeting.
Yeah, well, see that I think if I'm going to be calm for a second, I think the main thing they're concerned about is marketplace issues. It's always about money. That's why they're panicking everybody. It's going to affect the markets because everything's made in China right now. Your iPhone, all that shit. And it probably has been here for weeks already because all the shipping containers, what, a 28-day incubation period? It's been here.
Yeah.
It's already here.
I've heard anywhere from 24 to 28.
There's no stopping it. It's here. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. There's nothing we can do, really. China might be putting people in camps again, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah,
more camps in China.
You know who is one of the main culprits of this whole thing?
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr
Caused this.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Steve.
Because he loves China.
He defended China in the Hong Kong thing. You caused it. And they're like, oh, Americans like us, powerful Americans with money. Steve Kerr and LeBron. Let's let this virus out because of Steve Kerr.
That's probably like almost word for word the conversation that happened.
Yeah. They were sitting at a round table at their communist.
Steve Kerr.
Well, Steve Kerr, Americans like us. We're going to release this virus.
Release the virus, Steve Kerr.
Let's not do accents, please.
Yeah, let's not.
The YouTube police will be on us.
All right, Steve Kerr, you caused this. No, that's my Chinese accent.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr has helped us in our global cause to spread
in my
communism.
best Chinese accent.
Except your voice doesn't match up with your mouth moving.
Yeah.
While you're saying that.
I like the one with Godzilla with a respirator on as he's.
Oh my God, that was great! It's like Godzilla ain't taking no chances. Shows him marching on the city and people running, but he has a mask on.
Well, I can't forget the term for it, but it's zoo something. It's zoo means animal, but there's a term. Animals can carry it, so my cat Dale will definitely get it.
Yeah,
and Dale's gonna be walking around here with corona.
He's got the feline HIV, so I mean he's susceptible.
That's one of the things now is that you're saying there's animals that can carry corona.
Yeah,
and they can give it to humans.
Yeah, well, we can give it to them. They can give it to us.
Oh crap!
Well, like I said,
because a lot of times that does
that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
The lab sold animals they experimented on to markets. They're in jail. It's not a conspiracy. Those guys are in jail
for delicious yum-yums.
Zoophilia, no, that's my sexual preference, Phil. I'm not talking about
zoophilia
that.
is like bestiality, right? Yeah. No, not that.
By the way, there's a zoophilia podcast.
Really?
And they they're putting forward their cause kind of like a LGBT person.
Yeah.
And
that's nice.
And they're trying to
they're trying to justify
fucking animals.
This is perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Carl from Who Are These Podcasts?
Like kind of like the NAMBLA for animals.
There's one of those too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Carl, it's called. I swear to God, it's called MAPS.
Yeah.
Minor Attracted Person.
Yeah.
These guys are real, and how they're allowed to survive and not be really butchered, I don't know.
NAMBLA's been around forever.
Yeah.
I remember them being
in the 90s. You were talking
yes. I was like, what the fuck? And it wasn't the North American Marlon Brando lookalikes.
No. So, anyways, if maybe they could make a disease that would just kill zoophiles and pedophiles. Just get rid of that demographic. And hoarders. Phil doesn't like hoarders either.
They have something. Yeah. They have something that kills those people. It's called a gun.
Yeah. It's called Wes Watson.
Yep.
You go to
Wes
jail.
Watson will get on.
When you're chomo on the yard, you're getting fucking shanked.
Wes Watson.
Aaron was supposed to call too.
Wes Watson always does the hands out and then fist to the hand thing. Yo.
Yeah.
When he's talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that. You guys played it for me.
He's good.
Yeah, he's a high-end fucking roller dog.
So, are you as concerned? I know you are because you already talked about it, but I wonder if everybody else is concerned as we are about this coronavirus affecting the releases of the new consoles.
That's the main issue.
Yeah. Because
that's really why I'm here.
Yeah.
I was going to say, isn't that why?
2020, you're going to get the Xbox, the freaking
the Series X,
the Series X, PS5. You got a lot of new technology has come out, it's going to get delayed.
Yeah, because of coronavirus. This is going to affect
Fuck
the
you,
marketplace.
Corona. We're going to need to make that shit here. How about that? And then it'll cost $1,200.
Sony's already have. I was going to talk about that last week, but we ran up against time. But Sony is having issues with securing the parts for their PS5. They're not able to get what they need to get at the time they need it. Microsoft isn't having the same issue.
Yeah, Microsoft might have slightly better access to tech.
Yeah,
being
Microsoft.
The God
So
kings
what
of
I'm wondering if
tech.
Is Corona stock being hurt by?
Yeah.
I mean,
it is. It is.
I would totally be pissed. I'd be like,
No, he's right. It is.
It's. I don't know about the money. I don't know the money at all. That's. I have no idea. That's conjecture to me to even say that. But 40% of college kids or someone, they did a poll, wouldn't buy Corona because of this.
Yeah, when this first happened, it was a publicity thing. It's not a money thing. It affected their image publicly. These people actually thought it had something to do with the fucking beer, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
And by the way, it wasn't in South America until today. Guess what? It's in Ecuador. They have coronavirus in Ecuador, and think about them warm, lush jungle where that shit will just fester and just grow strength and just spread.
And that warm air is just gonna.
How did you put it before?
It's gonna jerk it off.
Yeah. That weather there will jerk off the coronavirus
Make
and
it
make
feel all
make
happy and comfortable.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad.
I'm just gonna hang out here and
it's gonna be like a big long jerking off edging session.
Yeah.
It's never gonna let it finish.
No,
and all of a sudden at the last second, it's gonna finish Vesuvius.
Now we're gonna shoot right into the fucking
atmosphere. It's gonna be in the atmosphere, and it's gonna spread.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
It's like coronavirus jizz in our air. It's gonna just spread. Atmosphere, stratosphere. Herbivore sphere. I don't remember all the spheres.
Herbosphere.
And it's just gonna blow it, and the Santa Ana winds are gonna carry it.
We're dead.
Yep.
That's all.
No, honestly,
I believe in karmic debt, like Wes Watson talks about, and we're making fun of it, even though I'm scared. I'm going to get it.
The case that scared me, because the same way, I'm still going to make fun of it. It's the thing that concerned me was the case in California, where the guy got it with they couldn't find any link to him or China anywhere whatsoever. He didn't travel.
No Kevin Bacon degree of separation.
There's no 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon involved. He hadn't traveled. No one he knew traveled. He wasn't around anybody who had traveled. They couldn't find any link between him and mainland China.
Well, they're saying that the one that died in Washington, it's the same thing, right?
Well, maybe. They don't know yet.
He died. Now, according to what that town had like 20 people or 25 people potentially with it, but he died because he had underlying health issues. A pretty bad one. So he could be cancer, could be any of that.
Right.
So he could have just been a very sick man.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that one in California that's like not. But
and he didn't die.
But
He's
here we
sick
go.
with it, though.
Here we go. We're talking about he didn't have any. He didn't go to China. He didn't have any. But we buy products from there. All of us do every freaking day.
Yeah.
You're in a store that.
Think about the vegans. Soy.
Yeah.
And tofu.
Yeah. I can't go on.
Well,
a
they
vegan
deserve
diet
it.
now. I can't go on a vegan diet.
The
now.
vegans deserve it.
Sure, they do.
I can't go on a fucking vegan. I was going to try a vegan diet. I can't do it now because
But the carnivores are getting it too because they're eating the fucking animals from the lab.
Yep, it's a fact.
They did. I don't know. It's going to be an issue. We'll know probably. I would say if it's going to spread like it is in Asia, it will know in about 2 or 3 weeks if it's really going to take hold.
Oh yeah.
By April Fool's Day, we'll all be dead.
Yeah.
Or sick with it.
Yeah, that'd be cool if on April Fool's Day, have Trump
April Fools.
some world leader. Everything's gonna be okay. We figured it out. April Fools.
Yeah.
You know what? We're all dead. Sorry.
The next day, I thought you said we were gonna be. Oh no, that was April Fool's.
Yeah,
joke,
it was April 1st yesterday. Guys.
Didn't you know what day it was?
Yeah.
Be like April Fools, and they'll show an episode of the Queef Sisters.
In-depth.
The Queef Sisters.
Got some in-depth analysis from Phil. Ching chong ping pong cum shots.
Well, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. You two, please. Here we go.
Ching chang chong talk. Can't understand you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm making light of it, but I wouldn't say I'm scared, but I'm pretty nervous.
No, you should be concerned. Anytime something like
I got
that
two risk
happens.
factors, and then I heard there was an out that I thought I had, but then I thought about it. I don't have that out either. The lung receptors on Westerners, like whites and blacks, people that generally live in the West, doesn't attach to it as well. You can still get it, but it doesn't. Well, I'm part Native American, which means I'm part Asian, which means I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I can't get. There's no end for me to get out of this.
That probably puts you up to not even 15. You're probably at like 68%.
I hope I'm adopted now. I'm going to go up there and I look like a regular white guy, so maybe I am. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Just be like, can you separate that part of my DNA?
You extract that DNA.
Take that blood out.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about all the different theories people have on it. It's so retarded. It's like, oh well, it only kills. Everyone's trying to like comfort themselves. Well, it only kills 2%, and then you think about the flu only kills like 0.1%.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
Well, if it has the same amount of infected people as the flu and it's still holding at 2%, then I'd be concerned. But it's got literally 1% the amount of infected.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, yeah. I mean,
you're talking 80,000 against 20 million.
Now, it's more, remember SARS happened?
Yeah.
SARS was deadlier, so was bird flu. Deadlier once you got it,
yeah.
But it wasn't as contagious.
Well,
No.
SARS, you can cure SARS with Campbell's chicken noodle soup and Sprite.
I knew you were going to go there. As soon as you said, well, SARS, I'm like, he's going to go with South Park.
My mom survived bird flu.
Yeah.
She was quarantined. Did you guys know she was quarantined?
Yeah.
They quarantined her
I found
at
out
the
after the
hospital.
fact, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know until afterward, but yeah.
And she goes, none of this is new to me.
Well, and then your mom got Legionnaires like the next year.
She got Legionnaires lived. I said, Ma, you're going to survive it, and I'm not.
My boss at my old job, like, it was before I worked there, but he had hoof and mouth disease. Of course, we kept calling it ass-to-mouth disease.
ATM.
Yeah.
You know,
Phil, you know what that's
I was
about.
like, what? He's like, he goes, yeah, I had hoof and, I go, how'd you get that? He goes, I have no idea. They still don't know what, but he was sick as hell. So I kept going. I go, man, stay away from me. This dude had the ass-to-mouth disease.
Phil, I'm going to die here. This is not a laughing matter. This is not funny.
We're not laughing.
Everything's
Did you
laughing
guys
at
see
it.
the Iran health minister? Did you see that?
Yeah, which I'm trying to figure out why they're panicking so much. They got 27 people that died in Iran.
Wait. Iran has a health.
They had a guy up there, two guys. One guy's some like higher ranking government official, and then standing next to him was their health minister.
Yeah.
And they were going on to, hey, it's all about nothing. Don't freak out. Everyone chill out, man. We're going to be good. Everything's going to be good. And then he starts sweating like crazy, and he's you could tell he's feeling like shit. He looks super hungover or something. They test him that day, and he has it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the way they were.
Well, I mean, people here that were like, "Oh, it's just like the common flu. It's like the common cold. It's like the common cold."
No,
I'm like,
it's not.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know, like you know what? I was at first, I was completely dismissing it altogether until like I don't know. I just for some reason, like 2 nights ago, I just like read an article.
Me too.
And I'm like, this might be a little serious. So then I've read a few other articles, and I am not to the panic mode that you are because you have like 2 things going against you. I don't really know that I may have those 2
I thought
things.
you were hypertensive, but that's back when you smoked. You might not have that.
Yeah, my blood pressure and stuff has been a lot better, but I don't know. I mean,
well, the thing is when you're sick, your blood pressure goes up.
Yep.
So, but I whatever. I'm dead.
Well, and like I can tell the difference. Like when I'm eating healthier, I can tell the difference too. Like if I'm eating with a lot of stuff with a lot of sodium and stuff, I feel it. I know my blood pressure's up if I checked it.
You can feel that in your fucking ears.
Yeah.
But internet porn and memes, you fellas need to readjust. That's true. You know, I stopped watching porn.
Did you?
Not for any like moral reason. I just like
Bored?
it's boring.
Yeah, I understand.
I need something a little more.
Yeah, it's not working anymore.
It's not doing its thing.
Yeah, right.
That obviously need my T levels checked or something. But
We just need to find something far far more vile and
Yeah.
disgusting.
You know what though? For your
That'll
T
do
levels, you don't. For your T levels, you don't even have to go to the doctor now. You can do like online doctoring, and they'll give you a prescription for testosterone.
No, Phil, I don't want anything from you. No.
Here's the problem I have with this online doctoring thing.
Yeah.
All right. I pay a lot of money for my fucking insurance. I want a doctor to fucking do it for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do everything for myself. If I wanted to do everything for myself, I wouldn't fucking pay for it.
You can get testosterone. You can get dick pills. You can get
Yeah.
hair growth and
Like that shit. I'm all good with because then you guys don't need to know that I got like dick pills and hair growth.
If you went to the
Shit,
doctor and
you know?
got it, they wouldn't know either unless you told somebody.
I don't know if it'd be a
That's
good idea
true.
for me to get that shit because I am hypertensive.
Oh, that's why I haven't.
Here's how I look at it. Here's how I look at it. I want my dick to be really hard. The end.
Like,
Well, I don't have that issue.
I don't either.
I have the issue of wanting to get to that part.
I got you.
But like I wake up, and
yeah,
it's
like
still there.
no drive.
I
to
wake
get the
I wake
drive.
up, that dick's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think about chicks that much anymore.
As you said,
That's a drop.
you said T level.
You know that's a drop right there.
I'm screwed.
When he said he goes, when I get up, the dick's hard.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something about me. The way I said it made it sound like my dick is not getting hard. And I want it to be hard.
Oh, that's
No, we're burying ourselves right now.
Yep.
Totally.
The
That's
T
fine.
levels, are fine.
Well, see, like when
Every now and then, like I'll get a sniff of a woman's perfume, and I'll be like, "Hey!"
You'll sniff their chair.
before
And then I grab their panties and start rubbing my dick with it. No,
I shouldn't. I don't even know if AJ listens or Angelo listens right now.
yeah, right. You're
But-
talking about the
That was his sister-in-law. I said that to that one time.
oh, about the chair
Sniffing
sniffing.
the
we
chair.
just sniffed your chair while you were gone.
Who is one of my bestest friends, especially at the time. So like I could say stuff to her, just for some reason that threw her off that day.
Well, yeah, we just
Oh.
sniffed your chair.
We sniffed her chair so we could get your scent.
Well, so before I went on this whole like celibate thing, the last girl that I was sleeping with was like pretty close to half my age,
Hot.
and so
I had to do math real quick to make sure it wasn't illegal. Yeah, you're good.
So she's
yeah, it was
46.
It was totally legal. She was totally legal. So, but so like this guy I was working with was telling me about like you can buy all these over the counter right at the store. You know, he goes, man, it makes you fucking go.
Yeah.
So I'm at a party store and I looked. And I'm like, fuck, all right, let me check these out. And I'm reading it and I'm like, well, I don't think I should get that
No.
because I might have a heart attack. I don't know. I didn't know. I'm like, I'm a chain smoking alcoholic, and I'm like, I don't. And I could feel like my heart would just start like racing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, I don't think I should get those.
No, that's
Was that you, Mike? You didn't buy the over the counter make you hard ones? Was it Max Load? Was that the pill?
Yeah.
That was you that bought that?
Yeah. About the max load.
And it's supposed to, maximize your load.
Yeah.
Yeah, max your load.
I noticed a little more volume, but I was wanting more distance.
Yeah.
But Phil
I was
asked,
shooting
Oh,
rope.
so that wasn't you because somebody told me they took it and they got the volume and they got the distance. Like he said, I'm taking care of business. And all of a sudden, poof, it goes over my head.
no, I didn't get that effect.
Okay, it wasn't you. He's like, I shot clean over my head. I'm like, wow.
No, I've shot clean over my head, but not because of the max load.
Got you.
Maybe I'm the same guy, but a different story.
No, I don't know if that was you.
No.
This is definitely.
Frank took a lot of those different things.
Of course he did.
So I mean, but
of course.
but
I don't blame him though. If you want to be right, you want to be stuff working at that moment. You
well,
gotta do what it takes.
anytime he betted a new girl, he would take a few different things.
Yeah, so she'd think he was
Trick her.
Yeah,
I think he was a sexual tyrannosaurus.
yeah.
Phil has a question. Do you jack off or do you fuck your hand? Of course I do. Which style? Well, I'm right, and then it gets tired, and I go left, and sometimes the overhand gripped. The where you're right, you switch. Yeah, I do different grips, different hands.
I have trouble using the left hand.
I do.
It's not like a stranger situation where it feels like somebody else doing it. It's like I can't get the rhythm down.
Well, my left is more of a fluffer because the right's tired.
That's it. Yeah.
So
It's
just
just to keep
fluffing.
it. Yeah, it's just to keep it like.
So Phil, to answer your question for Brian, what Brian does is right hand and then the left hand's down, below the nutsack, tickling a little bit. There we go. Just my middle finger tickling just below my nutsack.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it.
Did we have any female audience? Because if we did, we don't anymore.
No.
Or that, or they're
Or
into
they're
it.
totally into it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We know who you are.
We know that this is turning you.
Well,
It's flooding in a living rooms all across the world right now.
so
Flooding.
So same girl that the last girl I was with,
Yeah.
same girl liked watching porn.
Oh.
Her favorite was watching like hand job compilations.
Wow.
Really?
Girls jacking guys off.
Oh.
She like got off on it like hardcore.
Well,
Wow.
that's,
Usually women aren't like Craig was telling
Craig-
a story. You go ahead and tell it, Brian, because I'll mess the.
Oh, well, at Craig's place of business,
Yes.
someone was pumping gas, and they got back in their car and had their car running while they were pumping gas. And he knocked on her window and said, "Hey, you have to turn off your car." But when he went to knock and he looked, she was watching hardcore, like, blow bang porn on her phone, like multiple dicks in the mouth at a time.
The very and I said the very, very rare female porn addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see those very often.
That was in public.
Yeah. Well, and like this chick, she didn't like it. Wasn't I don't think she watched it constant, but when she watched it, like when she was at home and she wanted to flick her bean,
Yeah.
that's exactly how she said it.
Oh,
When
no,
when
yeah.
I want to flick
Yeah.
my bean, I watch fucking hand job compilations. I'm like, so you watch chicks jerking dudes off? She's like, yeah. I'm like, word. I mean,
I figured it was more like thinking about you, like redoing the roof or like cutting the grass for them, or or something like that.
this was not that type of relationship.
Yeah.
I've snaked the drain of the house. Now it's time for me to snake your drain.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was no. This
No, they
was-
don't even get to that part where you get to snake there.
no.
I was really trying to figure out why the hell she was like. Why? I mean, basically, I guess the reason me and her hooked up was because she knew that I wasn't going to get all attached.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I had no
So
absolute,
how attached did you end up getting?
not at all. I had
That's a
absolute-
sucker's
she actually,
game, man.
She actually
Don't get
did.
attached.
That's when I went on the celibate. It was right around Christmas of 2018. She started getting all like fucking weird and flaky on me about like, spending Christmas together, and I'm like,
You got time for
I
that
go, we
shit.
drink and fuck. I mean, that's it.
It's a good song. Drinking.
Oh yeah. Well, Gigi Allen, drink, fight, and fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
That's old Gigi Allen. That's
you-
Gigi and the Jabbers.
You
that
guys,
was before he was in the Murder Junkies.
yeah, yeah.
you guys know how I am, how I play the game. You never get attached, ever.
Yeah. Except to the one you married
Yeah, I've been
15 years ago or whatever.
That's gonna be 17 in
Yeah,
August.
like-
Yeah, I was to say, man.
Never get attached. You know what they
Yeah.
say, man? Bitches be hoes.
Yep.
Phil
The
admits
only
to all
thing you
kinds
should
of
be
heinous
attached
things,
to
but
is your money.
Phil admits to all kinds of heinous things, but he won't admit to being a good family man.
Phil, you're a good family
You're
man.
a good, honest family man, and you know
take
it.
that shit back.
He's gonna get mad at me. All right, I'm not listening no
He's
more.
gonna throw.
You're,
He's gonna
fuck
shoot.
you.
you're fucking dad of the year, motherfucker.
Phil's gonna shoot a puck right at our faces.
Husband of the millennia.
Phil can fucking work that grill like no other.
He's got his
He's a
New
dad.
Balance.
Phil, you're a good dad.
He's giving he's talking to the neighbor, giving lawn secrets on
Whoa,
like
whoa,
how
whoa.
he keeps his lawn nice.
You
and
never
green.
give lawn or grill secrets.
Makes
ever.
his wife happy.
Yeah.
I gotta get a pop or something.
Oh man, Phil, you're so full of it. So, something completely different. I just saw that. There was a presidential primary, a primary tonight in South Carolina. Correct?
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Well, nothing to do with the winner or anything. I don't like to talk politics, but did you see Tom Steyer last night at the rally?
No.
Tom Steyer, who is a billionaire activist running for the Democratic nomination,
Yes.
is not going to get it.
Yeah.
Although he might finish third in South Carolina, which is a win for him. Got on stage and was dancing and doing stuff with Juvenile, the rapper, like back that ass up. Like he did, like that song was on, and him and Juvenile on
and
stage.
I know what that dude looks like. That dude's like straight up like he
Yeah. I'm not saying that's what did it, but that was last night, and Steyer,
Was that his Howard Dean moment?
That was his Howard Dean moment because Tom
dude, that was bad.
because Tom Steyer dropped out of the race tonight.
Did he really?
Juvenile caused his Howard Dean moment.
I like how everybody thinks, like, I'm going to hang out with the black folks, and it doesn't work.
It
man.
backfired.
Dude.
You can hang out with them and you have a beer with them. You don't try to match them move for move.
Chances are Steyer was out after this anyways,
Yeah.
but the fact that Juvenile last night, out tonight.
What's fucking Klobuchar gonna fucking give some dude a fucking lap dance? Sit down, Juvenile.
I thought that was it looks like a coincidence, but is it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
right. My boss and
God, dude, they shit on Bloomberg, man. All of them.
All of them.
I watched that thing. They were just tearing him up. I think they would have treated Trump better than Bloomberg.
They
They were just shitting
Every
all
one
on
of
him.
them just attacked him.
You're a fucking... They're like, you called women a horse-faced lesbian. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about you, Michael Bloomberg. You said it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Matt was talking about. He wanted that drop for a song or something. I don't know if you recorded that.
Horse-faced lesbian.
Yeah.
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 Because it was on a stage at a debate amongst politicians. That's probably the best drop
fucking
you're ever going to hear.
Yeah, and what was that all about? Well, I mean, I
He said some stuff about women before and lesbians.
oh no,
Yeah.
Michael Bloomberg probably has a hotter head than Trump even. He's got a
yeah.
hot fucking head, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
And so shit he's said over the years, man. He's
a short little man
I kind of like him. I ain't gonna
with a temper.
like they're turning me on to Bloomberg, not away.
it's gonna be billionaire against billionaire, and
Yeah, I want to be full dictatorship fight.
what would Dad do though? My God,
I don't know what Dad would do.
My dad, if it was like Bloomberg against Trump in the election, my dad would be like, his head might explode. I don't know. I don't know what he would do.
Hey, Uncle Al, who's going to oppress poor people more? What do you think?
Yeah, because my dad will tell you straight up, I don't like rich bitches.
That's true.
Yeah.
He would say that.
But that they shit on Bloomberg so bad.
Oh, God.
They just took a dump on him. And I don't know.
Come to find out, that's one of his favorite things on his computer history.
Yeah. I'm sure he loves it. Fucking old Bloomberg.
Yeah.
It's funny how much money he's spending. Someone,
What's he spent, like $500 million?
it's close to it. But like one guy's like, yeah, me and my wife, we got the ultrasound. Our first baby's coming, and we're like, you want a picture? And it's like, yeah, print the picture. They print out the picture, and it had a Michael Bloomberg ad on it on the ultrasound picture because his shit is everywhere, man. Like I've been watching the South Parks, like I told you, on Hulu, just catching up.
Uh-huh.
Every single time there's a commercial, there's a fucking Bloomberg.
Oh,
commercial.
yeah.
Sometimes multiple.
Yeah.
It's
true.
crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
What?
That's, I mean, like YouTube, anytime
Did
you put
fucking Bloomberg buy YouTube?
No, he just paid a bunch of money for advertising.
because like anytime when I search for like a band or something, I just want to hear an album. Yeah, it's like every song
it could be
in
anything.
between, any song, But then like I set up my mixes and shit'll pop up, but not nearly as much. But man, it's just insane. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, oh yeah,
Fucking Mike Bloomberg is rich.
Here's
I think what it is I think he just like made a deal. It's like, look, I'm going to give you like thousands upon thousands of these. I'm going to bombard you with them, but I need them really cheap,
maybe.
Because I mean,
he's already spent $400 million. I don't think he's done anything cheap.
He's so rich.
no, but I'm sure I'm sure he's getting a really good deal because he's probably giving them like I'm going to give you like 30,000 of these fucking things to bombard people with.
Here's the funniest part of this with Bloomberg is he spent that much money, over $400 million, according to some people.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been on the ballot anywhere yet.
No,
He has not been on any ballots in any state yet, not till this coming Tuesday.
right?
And he spent all that money already.
Yeah, because he jumped in late, right? So he had to.
He jumped in late, yeah. And he probably could have been on the ballot for South Carolina, but he's like, nope, I'll wait till Tuesday, which is Super Tuesday.
He's going to come after our soda.
There's 10 states. Yeah, that's
Oh, I know.
God,
I know
forgot about that.
That's the one thing I always remember is he's like, I'm getting rid of supersize in New York. I'm like,
Yeah, you will,
I'm
you
like-
fucking midget.
I'm like, just because you're a dick and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't want, it's unhealthy. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody?
Well, he's right. There is an obesity epidemic.
Yeah.
But that's because people eat too much. The people, if you ever met like a hardcore pop addict, not like somebody that just has it with a meal and maybe over you drink. I mean, a person that loves like Mountain Dew specifically, they're never fat. They're super skinny.
Yeah, that's true.
You meet a hardcore pop addict, 9 times out of 10, they're skinny.
Oh, yeah. Jay.
Now, me,
Yeah.
I drink pop occasionally, and I'm fat as fuck. I don't
Jay.
even like pop that much.
That's true.
Jay's
Jay.
a Mountain Dew junkie. Jay, Jay had to have 2 liters of Mountain Dew all the time.
So did Nick,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Earl
true.
drummer.
Yep.
That's true.
That's true. Yep.
I mean, I used to drink it pretty regularly, and when I stopped, I did lose 10 pounds immediately.
Yeah.
So there's something to it, but I don't. It's still a choice.
It's still over, like,
That's overstepping your bounds.
yeah, I stopped drinking, it's like 90 days today.
Yeah.
I lost, I think, 23 pounds, 24 pounds so far. But I know that I'm not going to lose a ton more because I still eat too much.
I hadn't drank any beer since New Year's Eve, but we went to Red Robin last night, and for some reason my wife got a Founders Rubius, which is a raspberry beer, and she's like, "Oh, they're only $3. I'll just get a beer." I'm like, "Okay," and she got it, and it was a fucking like a Norm mug from Cheers. It was like
Nice.
24 ounce, and she's like, "Holy shit!" And she's like, "How much is this thing?" I'm like $3. She's like, "I'm not gonna be able to drink this," and she got like halfway done. And I'm like, "I can't let beer go to waste," so
I'm
I
going to
drank.
slam it.
I drank another like over a quarter of it in about 4 seconds, and I'm like, fine. I feel like we got our money's worth now.
I do that with food.
But how was it?
Oh, it's good. It's mostly a beer. It's just got a raspberry. It's pretty raspberry-y, but not like tart. It's the way they brew it.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
I had something happen to me when I was in Ohio yesterday.
Yeah. Speaking of choking,
Yeah.
no one said anything about choking.
I got caught in a 2-hour traffic delay because there's a multi-semi wreck, like 3 semis, not even cars, just semis, mangled, jackknifed, and I was way behind, and I had to do the other driver's route because I gave that route up. I don't want to be gone that long, and I had a long day as it was, so I was in a small town called Wassian, and I got to eat something. I'm starving. I didn't have breakfast. It was like 1 o'clock. I got 3 junior bacon cheeseburgers, and I ate like 2 of them on my walk to Rite Aid to get cat food. And it's only about 200 feet. Well, what happened was right before I got into the Rite Aid parking lot, there was like a step like going down. I didn't know that, like a curb, basically. And it jolted my body, and I started choking on the cheeseburger.
Oh,
shit. And I walked into the Rite Aid, and I'm like, coughing like crazy. And I think the people are like, the townsfolk are like,
Yeah.
oh, this drifter's walked in here thinking
He's got the coronavirus.
he thinks he can cure himself with this Rite Aid shit.
This outsider
He's passing the
bringing the
coronavirus.
plague into our town.
And they're all like walking away from me, and I'm like, I finally told the girl there, I'm choking on my lunch. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like,
and she's like over a loudspeaker, he doesn't have coronavirus.
yeah.
The drifter is choking on his lunch.
Outlander!
Outlander!
Yeah, that was a fun day. That was actually I'm being dead serious. That was the first time since I stopped drinking, I was tempted to drink because it's like, dude, it's Friday. I haven't drank in 3 months. I need to calm the fuck down because it was just a really bad day at work.
Yeah.
But then I got too tired and I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to the store.
Dude, that every Friday, it's like my thing used to be Friday night. I'm staying no matter what. I was like, I'm up late. I'm watching all the stuff I haven't watched this week, watching videos. I'm doing YouTube stuff for our channel. I fell asleep at 9:45 again.
Wow.
2 Fridays in a row. I lost all my free time to watch and do shit. It sucked.
Yeah,
work sucks, man.
Yeah, you're tired. I went to bed last night at 10:30. Got up at 10.
Oh no, I was up at 6 o'clock. But
I slept 11 and a half hours.
I literally was on my home computer at 6:15 today. Like, let me change some tags and do some stuff for the YouTube channel and stuff. That's how exciting my morning was with my morning coffee.
So, well, now that you're used to getting up for work during the week, you probably get up.
I slept like 8 hours, which surprised me because usually I don't, no matter what. But I slept 8 full hours. Was up at like 6 o'clock on the dot.
I woke up disoriented.
Damn, I should have called you for a ride this morning.
Oh, you can call me on Saturdays. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was totally disoriented. I overslept, and I don't actually feel, if I sleep more than 7 or 8 hours, I don't feel good. It doesn't actually help.
No, normally I don't. That's why I was surprised I actually did. And then actually I took a nap at like 3:30 today.
Yeah. Well, I'm tired now. I slept 11 hours, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I slept 5.5 hours, but I really needed an extra hour. I wish I would have slept the extra hour today.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my buddy Rick's saying, he's like, if I don't get my 8, I'm like, 8?
Yeah.
Like I get 8 once a month, maybe.
I work
5.5, 6 hours, 6.5 hours. That's about it.
I work with young people, relatively young people, that a lot of them, I mean, more than a few, they go to bed. When do you go to bed at night? 8 o'clock, 8:30. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you, fucking 80 years old?
No, Rick is
getting up at 3 a.m.? What
Rick
are you doing?
Rick is 32, and he's like, I got to get 8 hours. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Got to get it in, man. Got to get those reps in.
I don't know. Not making fun of you, Rick, but I am. But he listens sometimes.
I know. Speaking of people with odd habits, I was pretty inspired by the guys like David Goggins and Cameron Haynes.
Yes.
And I was watching their videos. I'm like, dude, these guys didn't, because Goggins is like 45. I think Cameron Haynes is like 52, 53. And they like run marathons. I'm like, you know what, man, I could still turn this around.
So are these like workout
These like
guys?
inspirational workout people. And stuff.
Well, one was an ex-Navy SEAL, Goggins.
Yeah.
And then Cameron Haynes is just a fanatical bow hunter. But like, he just bow hunts. He doesn't do the rifles or doesn't really pick up.
But then they're like into working out.
But but a side thing with both of them is they do ultra marathons, lift weights. This Cameron Haynes guy, he's 52 or so. He runs a marathon a day. A marathon a day.
That's insane.
That's 26 miles.
Works a 9-to-5 job, then lifts weights.
Wow.
Whoa, wait, stop. Hold on. He runs a marathon before work?
No, he takes an extended lunch. So he works for he works for his he was on Rogan and he works for
they've both been on Rogan.
He works for some office job, but like city type job.
Oh, okay.
Like a municipal job.
So he can do whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah. So he does a 9-to-5, but he takes a 2-hour lunch. So he gets up at 2:45, runs 15 miles or something. Does an extended lunch and does the other 9 or 10.
That's psychotic.
And then he lifts weights after work, and then he does bow hunting practice, and he's up 19 hours, and it's always doing something. And
So
and then Goggins does these has ran races with 2 broken legs and finished 100-mile marathons with broken. I'm thinking these guys are inspirational and they're all about fitness, but is that really fitness or is that putting you closer to death?
that's addiction.
Yeah, that's.
I think on some level too.
Because if you say they say, well, I don't drink, I don't do anything. Yeah, but you're doing something to make yourself feel good.
You're doing something constantly because you can't stop yourself from doing it. Apparently.
Did you see this guy? He's like 60. He's like a Marine, ex-Marine, 62 years old, and he did he had the record for doing a plank for 8 hours and 15 minutes
Straight?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yep. 8 hours and 15 minutes. It was just
the
yesterday.
plank. Yeah, I saw that guy.
I just saw it yesterday. I think it was.
I did one for 4 seconds one time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could plank.
I lied. I didn't do it for
general.
4 seconds. I lied.
It didn't.
It wasn't 4. I didn't do it at all. I didn't even try. Actually,
I never even tried it.
I don't know if I could plank. Really?
No,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could.
Yeah. So I'm still inspired by these guys though because they're older than me really, and they're out there doing this shit. And maybe I could turn the ship around a little bit, but then I'm like, but would I be just substituting one? Form of addiction for that.
That's like addiction. That's like fanaticism a little bit. That's crazy, man.
And another thing, they don't take days off.
Oh no,
there is no rest day.
Nope, can't. No,
I don't know, man.
That's too much. I understand being in shape and doing something, and people that do the marathons and stuff. and run and do stuff, that's great. But don't, if you're doing it to the point where you can't stop yourself from doing it, you're exactly right. You're just basically substituting one addiction for another.
And if you do marathons, okay, and you put a sticker on your vehicle, that's fine. Don't put more than one, because then you're a dick.
Yeah.
Also, what's the distance on an ultramarathon?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's different types of
Varying lengths. Okay.
Yeah,
There's no.
Because they might have one that's like a 50 mile, and then there's 100 mile.
Because I mean, straight like a marathon itself is like 26.2.
Yes.
I think it's 50 kilometers.
Because I always like the sticker that says 0.0. That was
That's
the one I would
have.
get,
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Or if you do a half marathon, then you do that one.
Yeah, 13.1. Yeah.
I don't like. I worked with a guy who did biking and stuff, and he would do a race, like a bike ride for
Freedom.
MS. Was it MS or muscular dystrophy? I think it was MS. Yeah, his daughter had MS, so he would ride, and he would do a 150-mile bike ride to raise money for it. I'm like, that's great. But that was like 2 days of bike riding, 2 full days, which is still a little bit over, too much for me. But at least he's doing it for a cause, and there's a reason for it.
And it's 2 days, and it's not
It's 2 days.
daily thing.
Yeah.
Isn't muscular dystrophy, that's gone, right?
No, I think MS is multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, but you were saying muscular dystrophy.
Yeah.
That's gone now, right?
Is it gone?
I mean, I don't know. There's never a telethon. Jerry Lewis is dead.
I think they still do a telethon. We just don't watch it anymore.
Well, I just assumed Jerry Lewis was dead, so I thought like muscular dystrophy went with him.
Yeah. He was the cause and the cure for it.
The cause and he didn't know it.
Dude,
Patient X.
You have to die to cure
Dude,
everybody.
I mean, it used to be like right around, usually like around July or so, you'd start seeing the jars.
The MDA ones?
At all the 7-Elevens and stuff like that. And then, through Labor Day, and then all of a sudden they'd be gone. They'd go get turned in or whatever.
I think they still have the telethon. It's just no one watches it because Jerry Lewis.
I can't remember the last time I can't remember the last time I saw MDA anything anywhere.
It's probably just like
So I
everybody
just
else.
assumed it died with Jerry.
There's not a lot of the
Lewis.
jars around because everybody does everything online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed that. I just assumed that it died with
They'll still
Jerry Lewis.
They'll still slip a jar in every now and then, but it'll be like some local cause or something.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like Dave was in a bad motorcycle accident, help support his family, that kind of jar.
Right.
Yeah.
I see those.
Yeah, my brother, not to make light of it, but like the guy that got sucker punched and died, and they're having a hockey game for that guy.
Are they?
Yeah, I saw the video of the sucker punch. Pretty fucking brutal.
Yep.
Whoa,
Was that Capone's?
Yeah, a dude sucker punched him and killed him.
That was a while ago when that happened.
Oh yeah, but they're doing a benefit thing.
Yeah, because I think that day, like one of the local radio stations was there.
That was in December because the following weekend we were at my wife's family's Christmas thing, which was actually the Saturday after Christmas, and her uncle was going there for a reunion of sorts. And we're like, "Don't get murdered while you're there."
Right.
Yeah.
So that was the joke. It wasn't much of a joke, but
Yeah, because that guy got in trouble, right?
oh yeah, because it was assault, and then the dude died a couple days
Now
later.
it's murder. Yeah.
It was murder.
Yeah. So I didn't know if they charged him like that or not.
So that was right around the middle of December that happened.
Well, it's bare minimum manslaughter, but probably murder.
That was just this past December.
Yeah, like 2.5 months ago.
Yeah, but then there was something that happened at that Capone's like a year ago,
There's
a year and a
always
half
some-
ago.
something happens there every
Somebody
year.
got killed there.
Yeah.
That was when the radio station was there, and there was some kind of fight, and the
one of
dude
the-
ended up dying. Like,
Well, a bouncer there punched a guy, but he didn't die. But he was, fucked up. Like
that's
brain.
okay. That's what it was. He wasn't dead, but yeah, he was. Yeah, he messed him up bad.
Every single year something happens there at that place. Now it's Capone's, but before that was Pepper Bottoms.
Yep.
There's always something going on
it's
there.
been
we think
been like several
we think
places.
Dooley's is bad. You just hear about it more. The stuff at Capone's happens all the time.
Yeah.
Aaron used to work there.
Yeah, when he was a bouncer.
Yeah, and he was there when a guy got punched and fucking near brain dead. It's a shithole. Don't go to that place.
Never been inside there.
It's actually inside. It was pretty nice.
No, it's nice.
They got they had a lot of good beers on tap.
It's a nice place, but bad things.
Yeah. No,
it's not Harpo's bad,
and it makes
bad.
sense because that Crazy Eyes chick that I was hooked up with, that was her nickname. Well, that's what I called her. But she lived down the street from that Capone's, and she's like, "I love going here," and I'm like, "Yeah, it figures."
Yeah,
because she would bug me. "Oh, take me to Dooley's. I heard it's awesome there." And we go there, and I'm like, "Well, $9 drinks, huh?" And she wanted to go there on St. Patty's Day, and we're stood in this line for like an hour, and then the guy's like, $20 each. I go, "For what?" He goes, "For St. Patty's Day." I'm like, "What do we get for $20?" And the guy's like, "You get in." I'm like, "Nope."
Yeah.
Not when I could pay $25 and get a full meal and all kinds of drinks and everything on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not paying for. I'm not spending $40 so we can walk in here and spend. I go. The last time we were in here, it was like $9 for her drink, and it was like $5 for my bottle of beer. I'm like, it's going to be double that tonight. You kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Speaking of bouncers and air,
I don't miss the bar.
No.
Remember the group he added all of us to? The bouncers not to get sued for beating up someone if it calls for it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is it still available?
It's still a real
It
group.
was called the Bouncers.
Bouncers not to get sued for beating up someone if it calls for it.
That's Aaron's old group. I wish he would have called in today so
I
we could
know.
talk about that.
22 members. I actually posted one of our episodes on December 15th in there.
Oh, dude, we got to share that group.
Episode 46.
I want to make it a group. I want that to be our official podcast page.
I'm going to share the group
Fuck
right
Radio Underground. That's the name of our
That's
show now.
Dude, that sounds. Yeah, it's like a fucking.
Well, we got to do a side project called that.
now. Bouncers not to get sued for beating up someone if it calls for it. Group.
It's I'll put that on Spreaker. And we'll just cover bouncers beating people up nationwide.
I just shared the link or the group onto the. Oh no, I did it on my own Facebook.
That's bouncers. What? I forgot about it. I didn't remember that. I know.
I've been a member since the
Bouncers
beginning, January 2011.
Bouncers not to get sued.
Bouncers not to get sued. Got to come up with an acronym.
Yeah.
Let's just call it BTS. There we go.
BTS. Bouncers.
That's the name of a boy band. We can just-
Bonat.
That's the name of a boy band.
BTS, the world's biggest boy band. They're huge.
They're not from here.
On my
They're
poll,
Korean.
I put a poll up on the Radio Underground Facebook. It was, so how are you guys going to deal with the home quarantine? We're at 58% people have said storable foods and ammo. I went with this other option of 42% get fatter. That's how I'm going to deal with it.
I forgot to vote on it. Honestly, I went into there a couple times. I forgot.
Got 12 votes.
I was going to say also fatter, but then I was like, maybe the storing food thing.
Oh, yeah, you got a family. It's a different thing.
Yeah, but I was trying to weigh the pros and cons of each one, and the pros for storing food and ammo are you have food and ammo. The pros for getting fatter means you can't run as fast.
But you can live off
that's
fat.
a con. That's a con. Yeah, but also if it turns into 28 days later, you can't run. So that is a con. I'm sorry, because they will catch you quickly. Fast zombies, man.
Yeah.
So I
Wait,
don't know.
so this 28 days later was zombies?
Yes,
I thought it was just like a virus, and
It was.
everybody
Well,
died.
technically-
it turned you into like a zombie, but you were more rabid than you were a zombie. You look like a zombie, but you're rabid. It was the first time you see like fast zombies in a movie.
Yeah, they could really truck.
Terrified me.
They could jam,
Never
dude.
saw it.
You should. It's on Hulu.
Yeah. There's just so many things people tell me to watch. I haven't watched any of them. Although I did watch The Road Warrior the other day, last Sunday.
The Road Warrior.
Dude, I was just like flipping through channels after Premier League darts. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
to the Radio Underground World Premier League darts.
Yeah, explain.
Tell us.
Sunday mornings, BBC America, 9:00. The characters, it's like a soccer hooligans match. It's so awesome. These people are shouting stuff. They're all dressed up, getting drunk. It's bright and early. And they're all watching guys with mohawks throw darts.
I've seen some of it before. It's crazy.
And you got there's always somebody standing at the dartboard because it's it's a metal tip, so there's no way to keep score other than there's a scorekeeper.
Yeah.
And when you get a big score, he shouts it out real loud. He's like 180, and I'm like, this is just it's awesome. I recommend it. And then afterward, I was left the channel on, and Road Warrior came on, so I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot how much I liked it. Just walk away.
Is it like the Road Warrior Queef? I'm sorry. I just watched the Queef Sisters, where the lady in the South and the
just walk away.
Yeah.
I love that fucking
Oh
movie.
yeah. No, I like. Yeah, there's
We've all lost someone we cared about.
Oh, they're fantastic movies.
There's the episode of South Park where the girls, guys against the girls when they learn sex education, and they built the fort to keep the boys out, and Butters is wearing the mask, and he's like, "Just walk away, just walk away," and they're like, "Wow, he's really good at that."
They must really love that movie because
they do.
the Queef episode, that part with the fort they built, it was kind of like the fort in the movie.
Yep.
The poster on Kyle or Stan's wall is like the Road Warrior.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of it. They must really love those movies.
Well, that is a great movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Thunderdome's but the first two are.
Yeah. Right.
The
first
second
two are
one's the best
phenomenal.
one.
The only thing I liked about the third one is the Master Blaster.
Oh no, the third one's still
We
good.
run Barter Town.
The third one's still good, but it's just like the first one was, the one that helped to establish everything. And it wasn't quite post-apocalyptic as the second one, because everybody still had the cars. There's still a police force, and
Right.
that second one was like
Pure
Awesome.
apocalyptic
Oh, yeah.
death.
the fourth one's fantastic too. Fury Road is awesome.
Lord Humongous, yes, Phil.
That's like a remake, right?
It's just supposed to be a continuation, just somebody else playing the character, and they
But
never
it's-
actually.
But it's called Mad Max, right?
Mad Max Fury Road, yeah.
yeah, he.
Right. Oh, okay. So I
So
thought
it still has
it
Mad
was,
Max in the title.
Is that Charlize Theron in that?
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, she's
and,
Okay, and
Furiosa.
I heard it was incredible.
oh, dude, because it's all physical stunts. There's almost no CGI in the whole fucking thing,
Oh,
I dug it, man.
and they built all the cars.
now I
want to
watch it because they had it on. It was on TV
Yeah,
somewhere.
I like
good.
the bass player that shoots fire out of his
Yeah.
bass.
That whole
Nice.
that whole big thing they had to build just to
Yeah.
the amps are behind him, and they have him on this.
just to shoot fire out of my base.
Well, he's just playing the whole time. They're chasing after Max and shit,
Yeah.
and just playing, and he's hanging from this rope pulley contraption thing, and just rocking out the whole time. They built the whole thing.
it was a really good movie.
It really was.
All right, I'm watching it.
Yeah, the thing though that I wanted to tell you guys about, what made me think of the Master Blaster and the midget that was on top of the big guy.
Yeah.
Was you guys know about 4chan, right?
Yes.
The shit posting site. Well, there's one called 8chan that's even more extreme.
Oh.
And the original owner of 8chan is a dwarf, like an actual midget, and they call him Hot Wheels because
my
he's
God.
in a wheelchair. He goes, I don't like that nickname. And then he was on the Ralph Report, which is or the Kill Stream, which is basically they're kind of like a shit posting fucking make fun of the world type of podcast. And anyway, people in the comments he was reading them were like, remember when he used to run Barter Town? Shitting on him while the guy's being interviewed,
Oh, that's great.
And then he goes, they're calling him Hot Wheels, fucking with him.
I think I'm going to watch the second one when I get home.
Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Road Warrior's great, dude.
Yeah.
And then the one guy that gets killed by Arnold and Commando is
Yeah.
one of the bad guys.
Yeah.
And he gets mad when his bitch gets hit with the the boomerang.
Yeah.
It was also
It
weird.
sticks right in its right in his head.
He was also in Weird Science.
Yeah. He's Australian. He's been in a ton of shit. He's actually been in a ton of shit.
Yeah, he was in Power Rangers at one
Yep.
point.
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't think of his name.
I can't either. I looked it up last week. And
Aussie McDrunk.
No, it's a normal name.
Oh yeah, he's got a. I can't remember now.
Not Victor. No, because his name was Victor and something else. He's got a normal name.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. But yeah, that's because Commando, everybody's like, he's the bad guy in this movie because he he wasn't the original choice for that role.
Yeah, he's like out of shape.
He was out of shape. They're like, we need you here in L.A. The guy who was supposed to be in this role dropped out. Also, he's bigger than you, so his stuff won't fit you.
Vernon Wells.
Yeah, because there's a baseball player.
They made it
Vernon
believable
Wells.
by the injured arm, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's how they did it.
I only got one arm.
God. He was one of the worst looking bad guys, but and they're like, they let him get like one hit, one cut or two cuts on Arnold during the fight. It's like, yeah, see, he's good. Like, no.
See,
he
even said, he's like, a year before I made this movie, I wasn't doing shit. I was laying on a beach just eating and drinking beer.
Was he Bennett? Was that who?
His name was Bennett. Yeah,
Bennett.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Because
Matrix versus Bennett.
let off some steam.
Yeah, because the guy I worked with who actually just got fired the other day, that's his last name. So I'd go Bennett all the time. I'd like Bennett.
Did he call you Matrix?
No, he didn't even know what the
Matrix.
fuck I was talking about at first. I go, dude, Commando, dude, Schwarzenegger. Oh yeah. I'm like, dude, you're so high. He's just always stoned. You know who he is because we talked about him off the air.
Someone got fired?
Yeah, he got fired.
You guys fired? I'll talk to you after the show.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No, not for me. I'm golden. It's for somebody else. But I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Commando.
Basically, yeah, all he did was spray paint stuff for us, so he was always high.
I think they made
'Cause he wouldn't
everybody
wear masks.
all the bad guys Latino by just putting mustaches on them. A bunch of white guys.
And if you go back and watch it, there's so many people whose mustaches fall off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it makes it such a much more funnier movie.
And he starts killing people with lawn equipment. That's when shit gets real. Fucking pitchforks and my shit. People. Ah!
Hey, when we started, didn't you say that Benavidez lost?
Yeah,
I can't believe that happened that quick. I can't believe there's another
been
UFC.
around a long time.
Yeah, because remember when he had like a big win streak and like I was like, he's fighting Mighty Mouse, he's gonna be the one to take him out, and like he didn't.
That
was quite a while ago.
Kind of a sad thing. His wife, Megan O'Leary, the interview girl.
Yeah.
They were just going on how it was her first time just as a fan to watch her husband fight, and he gets fucking blasted out.
Well, it sucks, but it
part of their relationship.
It's part of their relationship, but it seems like I haven't checked the rest of the card. That was the main event, though, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't much of a card, though. It's like, and it keeps on going back to
no, they're oversaturating the UFC.
There's an event every single fucking week.
They're oversaturating it. It's I've talked about this before, but it's kind of like the Monday Night Wars. It was great for a while. Then they had the three major, ECW started having their own shit.
Yeah,
it was too much. They oversaturated the market. I think the UFC's doing it.
They had an event last week, if I'm not mistaken, or was that boxing last week?
Well, there was boxing. But
there was a UFC last week too, though.
Dan Hooker and Paul Felder.
Yeah, so they had one last week. They have one this week. I think there's a pay-per-view next week.
Yeah,
if it's not next week, it's week
too
after.
much.
You can't have 3 events a month.
It's ridiculous.
They need to go back to their old format. You have one pay-per-view a month, and just have the best shit available on it.
Yeah, get the best guys.
Well, that's just greedy. That's just fucking.
And then maybe
they're just getting greedy with they want.
Yeah.
True.
Now, when they did it, when they had one major pay-per-view a month, and then they would do like one special, like quarterly, like wasn't on Fox, but it'd be on like Spike or something back in the day, which doesn't exist anymore. You can't do Spike anymore. But
is it gone?
It's Paramount.
I don't know.
But that was fine too, because you were still only getting 16 events a year. You get the 12 majors and then 4 TV ones.
Right.
And they still had good fights.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't it just now they don't have enough stars to do a pay-per-view or a special like that every single week.
Right.
They can't get people in there quick enough to make stars out of them. And then they all lose. So I don't know. Mike's right. They've just completely oversaturated everything.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it was like events. Like anytime there's a pay-per-view, it was a good card, and that's what we would like make plans to come over here or go to Craig's or something and watch these freaking events.
Right.
It wasn't something you saw every single week. It was once a month.
Right.
I miss the old MMA TV days.
Yeah.
you give this guy a $5 donation,
Oh yeah.
and he put up all the events.
Yeah.
And I may or may not have watched a bunch of events for like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. It was insane.
Well, then he got raided. He got in trouble.
He got raided?
Well, he was redistributing.
He was showing it without permission.
And he had a lot of people were using because he had a pretty fairly reliable stream.
Oh, it was great. We had a few issues at one point, but
Yeah, it was still worth the. I actually gave him $20,
yeah,
but it was worth it. So, let's see, Phil. If you want to get on the Discord, we can put you on.
But yeah, the not just the UFC, but last week the Wilder fight, which sucked for Wilder. It was good for Tyson Fury.
Man.
But,
If Tyson Fury whipped the shit.
oh my
out
god,
of him.
it wasn't even close.
Whipped his
And,
ass.
he's talking about like the outfit he was wearing.
Yeah.
Weighs like 45 pounds, and his legs gave out on him. But then he
just got whipped.
he said something like just before that he works out with like this thing. He purposely works out with some kind of, I don't know if it was an outfit or something, but it was like basically the same weight, like 5 pounds different than what he was wearing. I'm like, so then how? And that's what he trains with. I'm like, well, then how does that affect him?
He's just making excuses.
Yeah, he was making an excuse.
His fucking cyber goth outfit he went out.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Look like he was going to do some cyber goth moves with a bunch of Germans under a bridge.
He got smoked, and he was trying to make an excuse for it. Blame anybody other than himself.
Well, yeah, because there was like talk that he kept his trainer, but he was so pissed at him for throwing a towel in. It's like, well, yeah, dude,
You're
but
getting your ass
your
beat,
head was
dude.
getting pummeled, man.
Yeah, you had to.
You know?
You're getting the shit beat out of you, dude. His trainer's got to look out for his health. And he was getting
Exactly.
the shit
It
beat
just
out of
makes
him.
me think if Tyson Fury would have been in shape with the first fight, we wouldn't even have had a second fight.
Yeah,
That shit would.
he talking about excuses. The first fight, he lost 160 pounds. He overcame he was suicidal, had mental health issues.
Yep.
Yeah, right. He's made no qualms about it. Like, he's talked about it.
Drinking, doing cocaine, 400 pounds. He lost all that after a long layoff, and then fights the most dangerous dude. Deontay Wilder's a dangerous guy.
Yeah.
And he still, in my opinion, won that fight. It's just that he got knocked down really bad at that one.
1 point, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but I
probably
still think he won. And then now this time, he was in shape and he was just ready.
Yeah.
And just beat him up.
I don't make excuses. You fucked up. You got smoked.
You got smoked. You got a dude that.
Well, what's funny is that so the other dude's Tyson, right?
Tyson Fury's the
Tyson
white guy.
Fury, right? That's the white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He even
Gypsy
said
King.
He even said right after the fight, he's like, "Oh, he's going to totally want. He's totally going to do. He wants another. Of course, he's going to want another rematch. He's a competitor. Of course, he's because he's only got so many days to say that he wants to again for a third fight. He's like, oh yeah, he's going to.
But to me, I'd like to see Fury and Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I want to see that fight.
I don't know why does Wilder have an automatic rematch?
Yeah, I guess
I
he's
think
got
he
like
might. Yeah.
yeah, he's got like
Man.
30 days to decide.
He hasn't beat him. Yeah, why would he get a rematch?
I don't know.
It was a draw and then he lost. So to me, no.
See, he could always win because that right hand's an equalizer. It can knock anybody out, but I don't know, man. I think he's just so figured out. I don't know if it'll be any different at all now. Because he really lost 2 fights with him or didn't. He basically landed 3 good punches in 2 fights.
Yeah, I wonder because I don't know if Fury did, but Wilder had a fight in between this, didn't he? Between their 2 fights, didn't he fight somebody else since he fought Fury the first time? I think he did. I think they can get a rematch, but I don't think
Ortiz.
Fought Ortiz. Yeah, I knew there was
And
somebody.
he knocked Ortiz out.
So I think he can get a rematch, but I don't think it has to be immediate. I think Fury can fight somebody in the meantime.
Well, yeah, he just had. It was just that he only had so many days to decide.
All right, we're back. We are back.
Part 2.
Part 2. Sorry about that.
Not quite sure where we went dead.
We did, though. I'll just forget that. right now. So we crashed, and we're gonna do episode 56 part 2, and we'll go for like an hour or something, whatever. I don't fucking care. But yeah, we were talking about NFL combines.
Yeah, and workout warriors, and like how guys don't really. Some guys it's the underwear Olympics, It
really is.
I mean, you got your freaks of nature that are just like, unbelievable, and it translates to the field. Calvin Johnson blew the combine away and was one of the best receivers, I mean,
by the way, Brian, I can combine both of these files and then re-upload it as one thing. So that's what I'll do later.
Sweet.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. Fuck.
It's fine. Worse has happened.
Damn it. Yeah.
Shit. Fucking thing sucks.
Technology, man.
I think I'm going to go sit in the other chair because my back hurts anyway. So I'll just go sit over there at the orangey.
There you go. Get comfortable.
Join the couch potatoes.
Leave this for case of a dimming.
Dim.
This right here.
He's walking. Sit down and relax for a little bit. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Get out of your throne for a minute.
Yeah. The throne of back pain.
Yeah, they were. I didn't really see much of it because I don't have cable, so I don't have the NFL Network. But
I don't have the NFL Network. It sucks because I like to watch combine stuff.
But they were showing it when we were at Red Robin last night.
Yeah,
they had on all the TVs. I'm like, do all these people and their kids want to watch the combine? Isn't there anything else on these TVs you can turn on?
Yeah, and that's what they're saying already, that it's probably like people used to watch the combine like crazy because it was on just during the middle of the day. And this year is the first year they went prime time for the weekend to show everything, and they're like the ratings are like horrible.
Really?
Yeah, because they're like nobody's watching this on the weekend.
No,
on at 7:00 at night. It was kind of a it's. I liked it because like I could like pop it on through the day and watch some 40 race, watch some 40-yard dashes and stuff, and that's what I liked about it. See who would run fastest,
We'll do prime time and watch fast people run fast.
Yeah. It
ain't gonna work.
It's always about let's see if we can make one. It's like the draft. The draft used to just be Saturday and Sunday. Now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
It's a whole It's
first round is on Thursday. I'm like, I hate that. I hate that so much. I didn't care if they did it on Friday, but I hate that it's on Thursday because like I'm always at work.
Yeah,
and I watch the draft.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It kind of feels weird, like they're treating humans like they're livestock.
Totally, dude.
It just seems strange.
The combine is so bad.
They're all studying them like they're animals, and like, oh, this guy does this, and this, and that. It's like there are other intangibles because there's guys that perform poorly at those combines and end up being good players.
Yeah, right. Because
they use, the more cerebral, and there's certain positions where you don't need to be the fastest guy in the world. And
well, yeah, like what was it, a few years ago, we drafted the center out of Arkansas, Frank Ragnow.
Yeah,
and like so when that first season was done, he was like, "Oh yeah, I could finally get a break," and he said that it was one of the other offensive linemen told him basically, dude, just get away, go chill out, relax, don't worry about anything for a while. He's like, I'm going to tell you right now, the second year is better because you're not under the microscope for the combine. You're not under the microscope constantly till you're drafted. Then you got all the rookie mini camps. Then he goes, it's just constant from the minute you go, I'm going into the draft.
Yeah, until the season's over.
So it's like 11 months of just, you just got done with college. You've got like maybe a month, unless you're in the national championship, which then you don't have any time off. You're done. You declare and you start getting picked apart right away.
Yeah.
So he was like his second year. He just felt like so much more comfortable, and he's like, that's what I always tell people. Don't worry. That first year's to be tough as hell. If you have a bad year, just realize that the next year you got time to relax,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, No.
I don't know, just there's certain things that they do with people, and it seems morally wrong.
And
they treat those players like they're livestock, and they time them, and
like, the interviews too.
And then they there's other jobs too, like when they make a guy dance around in a fucking tax suit, like dressed like the Statue of Liberty. It's like, okay, is this some sort of modern minstrelsism, having this guy out there doing this shit? It just seems weird.
Dude, there's one right down the road.
They fucking, it's always a black guy, and they make him break dance.
Liberty
shit.
Dude, right down the road, Liberty Tax or something. They make him out there in the Statue of Liberty.
It's Liberty Tax down here. It's a black guy, but the one by me is always this white bearded guy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like
they do the dance and fucking.
Well, what they do is they go to a lot of the. Not the shelters, but like we have the lighthouse outreach and stuff right there.
Yeah.
They'll hire people who need the cash, and they'll give them like $12 an hour. That's how it's like
out there.
people ain't need money.
Yeah.
They're exploiting their addiction and their weakness and say, hey, here's $12 an hour. Okay.
Well, this way you're not panhandling, you're just dancing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like we go back to the combine and how they it's human cattle, how they just pick people apart. But like there was one of the dudes, they asked him afterward, they ask you a lot of weird questions. He goes, John Gruden asked me if I was from Earth. Like out of nowhere. He's asking me questions about football and then goes, are you from Earth? And I'm like, that's what they do though. They do like these, like they ask weird questions to like throw these fuckers off psychologically, see how they react to it.
And they do like the Wonderlic test and all these other tests and stuff.
Yeah.
But the one I swear to God, the one I heard one time, and I can't remember what year it was, but they were saying that on the tests and stuff, they determined that he has a lot of he probably drop in his draft stock because he has a lot of violent tendencies. I'm like, he's a fucking defensive lineman for a football team. He's paid to hit people. Mm-hmm. Why would he not have violent tendencies?
Well, when Stafford was going through all the interview processes, he walked out on the 49ers.
Did he?
Yeah, he knew he was going to Detroit anyway, but he walked out on them because they started asking him questions, family questions he didn't want to talk about.
Wow.
And he walked out.
Did not know that.
Yeah. People are like, "Oh, that's bad." I go, "No, it's not because he's going number 1 to Detroit." So what the hell does he care? They asked him some questions he didn't like, and he just said, "Oh, I'm done talking about." He answered what he had to answer, and he said that they kept persisting, and he said, "I'm done." I walked away. But I heard Drew Brees did that too.
Yeah, but Drew Brees didn't know he was where he was going.
But but Drew Brees did that because like there's like all the way back in college he had a strained relationship with his mother, I believe it was, that he didn't talk to her because his mother like abandoned him. So he didn't want to talk about it. His dad was raising him, and he hadn't talked to his mom in a few years, and he walked out on one of his interviews.
See, yeah, and you should be able to. I hate that kind of stuff hurts you.
What do they like? Try to treat them like astronauts? Just like
dude, they do. There's
whatever.
Yeah, there's like it's like they have like. They have. I mean, these guys don't just go through like physical doctors. They go through like psychological. Yeah, I mean, but in some way, well, then again, here's they go through all this stuff, but yet guys like who was that receiver we had, Titus Young? He got past all that psychological shit. Yeah. That dude was nuts. He was nuts at Boise State. He was nuts at Boise State, and nobody caught it.
Yep.
You know why? Because the truly nutty ones can get past all that stuff.
They know how.
And it doesn't mean they're worked at it. It's just it's their brain. It's their chemistry. They know how to do it.
No, I'm listening to our show.
Oh.
I wanted to, so I can read the comments.
Oh. It's that's one thing I do miss about cable is watching the combine. But you're right, it is kind of weird watching these people just they're not even trying out. It's like I don't know. It is like you guys said, livestock. It's like a livestock auction. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a lot of these GMs and stuff, a lot of stuff gets done. You find a lot of free agency and trades and stuff are getting done right now that you can't they can't talk about.
Oh yeah,
It's getting done.
absolutely. Because free agency doesn't start till next
Mike
week.
says minstrels are great. I would expect you to say that, Mike.
Minstrels are great.
Minstrels are great. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Lute.
Play the dance for me.
Oh, hey, I had a question for you. This is specifically for you, but on the Instagrams, Jay Masters,
Yeah,
what's going on with him?
He's a relapse to drinking alcohol. Yeah, that's bad for Jay's fucking health, but it's great for my entertainment.
Because I didn't even watch it. I quickly saw it and I just scrolled past it because
Well,
he doesn't have boobs, so I don't want to look at him.
yeah. Well, his videos can be okay, or his little post, but it's his IG lives. You know, they're live streaming.
Oh, he's doing the lives.
He does it at the end of every day because he drives a truck for a living. Then he gets
Alan might not know who Jay is.
Okay, Jay Masters is part of a podcasting group / social media entity called the Delray Misfits.
Okay.
They're pretty much estranged. They're pretty much broke up because of infighting and money. Or
You told me a little bit about them.
yeah, they're. It's too much to explain. They're insane.
They're insane.
But they're hilarious. And pretty much the last one standing that's still out there, like roasting people and starting shit, is Jay. And Jay is from Royal Oak.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's local.
But he moved to Delray Beach, and that's why they're called the Delray Misfits. Anyway, but he went like a year without drinking alcohol, and he was doing really well. But now he's back to drinking. But his live, shit he talks about when he's drunk, it is.
Which means his shit's a lot funnier, but yet,
Yeah,
it's not good for him.
It's bad for his health, but my God,
but it's great for our entertainment.
God, it's hilarious, dude.
That's always good. He's sacrificing his body for the art.
So
they call him the last gladiator because he's like the only one left still going nuts.
What was it last year where he was like?
did he have any
working out
examples of like what he says
and
when
he destroyed
he's
his
drunk?
knees
Oh yeah, what?
when he blew out his
Oh yeah,
knees?
he tried to squat 600 pounds and it fucking he just collapsed. Both his quads ripped off, the tendons come off the bone. He's like, call 911, and it became like a gimmick. Like he,
Oh my God.
people making fun of. They said call 911, and then they're the one. I don't know how they've not been deplatformed.
Oh yeah,
There's stuff that they extremely racial humor, extremely whatever. Lenny has his own channel, but Big Lenny is a guy. He's basically a white nationalist, but his sexual preference is black trannies. And his friend Prince Andrew says, well, he likes his women to be men that look like Terrell Owens in a wig. That's what he's attracted to. And he calls them 10-10-10s. 10 meaning black, 10 means 10 in looks, and then 10 inches.
Jesus Christ.
He loves the and he got talked into doing a porno that's on Pornhub.
Oh God!
And I have never watched it, but I've heard audio. But he likes the S&M stuff, and one of the drops he goes, "Kill me, goddess, kill me."
Oh my God!
He's just
And he's not. He doesn't like just give. He takes.
he does all of it.
But he's not gay.
No, he hates gays. That's
That's the
thing.
other thing. He hates gays.
He hates homosexuals, but he likes men that look like women. He goes because these men put more effort in looking like a woman than these real women.
Oh my God!
So he's rationalized it in his own mind.
He's rationalized it, yeah. But
yeah, basically,
he did cross the Rubicon though, because he was talking about age of consent stuff, and he goes, look at how many fine men are denied the warmth of a ripe 16-year-old because of our laws.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, show is over.
And he's like, he goes, they're way over the top. Anyways, Jay's drinking and I mean, anything, you can look up Jay Masters, anything by him as IG Lives when he's drunk. He was, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald song.
Yes.
He started off as IG Live with that Gordon Lightfoot song playing.
Yeah.
And he was crying. That's how it started.
I'm already sold.
And then he went into He hates Dale, who's their rival.
He always talks about Dale.
He hates Dale
is he a rival?
Cat. He's a rival cat.
No, he's a rival bodybuilder.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, was he a rival truck driver?
No,
or is he a
bodybuilder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dale, Dale. There's a famous video from Your Mom's House to another podcast where they played it. They didn't know who Jay Master was, and he was like, they're like, oh, this guy's. They thought because he recovered from a double leg tear.
Is that that's the Tom Segura one, right?
Yep.
Your Mom's House. Okay.
Yep. And he goes, you see this, Dale? He goes, I'm already walking. You see this? I'm walking. I'm recovering. And Tom Segura is like, nothing about this is going to make you think where it's going to go. And he goes, you see this? And then it goes back to, they thought it was going to be an inspirational thing about a guy that's been hurt for 6 months. Now he's healed,
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm going to walk to your wife's house and fuck her, Dale. I'm here to fuck.
Segura's the best. Yeah.
He's like, nothing about.
He goes, nothing about what he's saying now is going to lead to you. We think all I can tell, I'm telling you, you should check it out, Al. But most people that listen to the Misfits, they're like, after a few days, like, it's too much, dude.
Yeah, I tried.
It's just
there was
too much.
parts where I was like, this is good, and then I was like, oh man.
But they have no production. Their podcast, they have a way worse sound than even we do. They they sound like they're using karaoke mics.
They're all recording on their own separate phones.
Yeah, and they do whatever. And, I don't know. Just check out the Delray Misfits. They're my favorite.
Did Craig last week tell you that? Oh no, me and him were talking about it. But Segura, one of his comedy specials, because he always looked older. So he was in college. He was the RA at the dorm.
Yeah,
but he always looked older. So if they all wanted like booze or porn or stuff, he was the guy that would go get it because no one carded him.
right.
Because he always looked the age he does now because he always had facial hair. So they would all give him it's like, I'm going to the porn store. Who wants stuff? So they'd give him a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And he'd go to the porn store and he'd get stuff. And usually he went to one, but he ended up going to this other one, which is like just a building by itself.
And that one dude is in.
And then he goes in there and he's looking at stuff, and he's like, if you're in this type of porn, he's like, what about me makes you think I'm into? I can't remember what type of porn it was. What makes you think that I'm into this type of porn? And he's talking to the guy, and all of a sudden the guy's like, hey, and if you go back there's a little hole in the wall. You stick your dick through, and someone will suck it.
Wow, glory hole.
And he's like, someone will suck it. He's like, is it a chick? He's like, there's only one other car in the parking lot, guy.
He goes, there's only one other car here.
It was great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I when Craig was, I'm pretty sure that's the one I saw.
Yeah.
Because like after Craig played that Burt Kreischer for me, I just started. I watched all his, and then I started.
Alan
watching
didn't
Tom
see the
Segura.
Machine till like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I watched that, and then I watched Tom Segura, and I was watching all of a sudden I started watching. They're showing me all these different ones. Oh, if you like this, you'll love this. So,
You get in the YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't watched really any Tom Segura stuff. I watched Kreischer's shit, but
I never actually watched a Segura special. I've heard his podcast, and I've heard clips from his specials, but
I only saw the one, and it was good. It was really good. Actually,
he's a funny dude.
Yeah.
I wish he would talk about our podcast on his podcast.
Yeah, it would kind of help our numbers.
It would help
slightly.
a little bit. We'd probably get at least 15 or 20 more views.
Yeah. Well, Carl retweeted us, and we got 103 total views.
Yeah, and then Kate did, and we got way more.
We got more from Kate than Carl.
right.
My sister, who has,
although if Carl did it now, it might be different because
he's gotten a lot bigger.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, he still follows us.
Yeah.
Who Are These Podcasts follows us on Twitter, which is amazing because he's growing massively. Pretty soon, I'm sure we're going to get clipped off there.
Yeah. He's like, I'm too big for these guys.
They're gonna be like, yeah, just clip the whole bottom third of the.
Well, that's usually what people do. They'll follow a lot of people, and then they start getting big, and they're like, okay, I can't be following thousands of people when I'm got 50. And they're like, no, I can't do this anymore.
That's funny. So, I'm sure you guys have heard of the comedian. His name is Dana Carvey.
Oh yeah, I may have.
You may have heard of him.
Yeah.
So Dana Carvey is
Garth
famous.
Algar.
He's really famous.
Yeah.
Not as famous as other comedians, but he's pretty famous. And when he started on Twitter, he thought it was just polite. So if somebody followed him, he would follow them back. Like, no matter who it was.
Just anybody.
Anybody followed him. He's like, oh, I'm going to be polite. I'm going to follow people back. So he got to the point where he had like 75,000 followers, but he was following 72,000 people himself. He's just like, oh.
He went full boomer.
He didn't know.
Yeah, like I got to follow. Like it's MySpace. I'm gonna click you, me. We're gonna alternate. Like, dude, you're Dana Carvey, bro.
Well, I saw that interview. I'm like, actually, it was even more than that at one point. It was like he was up to 1 million. He was following 500,000. And I was like, oh, I saw that interview. I'm like, okay. So I was like, I'm gonna follow him, thinking he follows back. But the interview was 4 years old, so it didn't really.
So yeah, he already learned.
I was like, damn it.
Mike says anyone under 30 listening won't know who Dana is. Probably not.
No, they'll know.
No, we do though. We know, Mike. That's the key thing.
He's the
Well,
church lady.
we're in luck because our major demographic's 35 to 44.
Yeah, our only demographic.
Our only demographic.
It's all men too.
No, seriously,
Like,
YouTube.
no female listeners.
Our YouTube doesn't skew to one thing. It just is one thing.
Yeah.
It's 35 to 44, and that's not a lie.
It's guys our age. That's who listens.
Yeah.
Because it's me and you listening. It's
Pretty much people who know us.
Yeah, it's our friends.
Yeah.
Have zero podcast growth. None.
I have to admit, I haven't listened to a whole episode in like the last 8.
Well, yeah, we've been working.
Yeah, but
I-
you would think I'd
I-
have more time. I'd be like, I'm at work, I'm going to listen. No.
I listen to critique, and maybe like not critique, but just try to like, okay, what part could I use as a clip?
You know what? I lied. I listen to almost every episode, but what I do is I skim through and like find points so I can make tags and stuff when I'm tagging it and stuff. So I've probably listened to the majority of each episode. I just haven't listened to it from beginning to end.
Yeah, I was listening to our older stuff, and back when everybody was on here just getting hammered, and we were a lot more combative. All we did was argue. That's all everybody did. I mean, me and you never really argued, but like there was always arguments. That's all it was. It was more of a mess, but there was just fights. That's all it was. It was
I didn't do any of them before.
Oh,
quit
you're a
drinking.
noob. You're a noob.
Yeah. But it was
'Cause I can't imagine like if I came over and was drinking, like Frank and
in the heyday it would have been something.
yeah,
It would have been quite something. Because usually what happened was the only person I yelled at was Frank because he wouldn't let anyone else talk.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So I would snap and be like, "Shut the fuck up! Let somebody else talk."
And then Matt would.
This is my show, Frank.
Matt always had good points, and he always got to those points, but he tends to. I don't want to call him long-winded because that sounds like I'm insulting him, and I'm not.
Yeah.
He has something to say, and he's going to get to that point, And Frank would always like try to interject and argue with him at the same time he's trying to do.
Yeah,
these
and then
things.
they would fight. Yeah.
So they didn't really fight. More so that, they fought. That's what it was. There was an argument.
Yeah, there was some good arguments, man.
Grass is always greener.
Grass is always greener. Frank had some rants that made 0 sense, but they were still hilarious. Nah.
All the cheerleaders, they love serial killers.
Yeah, they like serial killers because the grass is always greener.
All right, yeah. Now I'm going to be listening.
You should go back and listen to some episodes.
If you go to our back catalog, it was a lot of different show. I was far more offensive at one time.
Yeah.
I would just snap and just scream. But yeah, it was great back in the day, man.
It was fun.
All back in the day, 1 year ago.
Yeah, back in the day.
Up until 6 months ago.
Back in the day on January 2019.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was. I guess you got things. We're kind of an NPR version of our old selves. But I still don't think, though, that's why our numbers went down. I think our numbers went down because YouTube's on us, and they will block your ascension. And we were getting twice as many hits per everything we did.
And then all of a sudden you lost all those videos. And
God, it's still frustrating to this day because like one of them was our episode wise, not clip wise, but episode wise was our highest viewed video, and it was episode 46, I think, something like that. One of those ones, 45, 46.
Yeah,
and we were approaching 300 views, which for us is huge because we've never had that many for a full episode.
Not for a full episode, no.
And all of a sudden that shit.
I was on that episode.
You were.
Yeah, I was going to say because I I came in shortly before the 50th.
Yeah, I think you were here for...
Early 40s.
I don't know, whatever
think
one
is
we
when it
did, the
started.
ASMR, was that the first one?
It could have been. No, because we did an
Dario
ASMR. No, because we did an ASMR
That was
without
either-
him, and then we watched. We did more afterwards. After I posted your ASMR clip, and then
Yeah.
Alan, we helped him to discover it.
Yeah. I can't remember if that was the first time I came to it.
I
or
want
the
to say
second time.
45 or 46 was
It
your
was
first
somewhere
episode.
in there that I came. Yeah.
Maybe not 45 or 6, but whatever.
It was somewhere right around there because I before the 50th, which was the year,
Yeah.
I was on a good 4 for sure. 4 of them, maybe 5 or 6
Yeah.
by then. So
Yeah, we did a couple YouTube. You were on live with us on YouTube
yeah,
a couple times.
Yep.
When we used to go on there.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did the 50th. Yeah, that's right. He did.
But no, I mean, he even before then, when we used to go right to YouTube through OBS before I even got Spreaker, I think he did it once or twice, if I remember right. It's like
Maybe.
episode 42 or something.
yeah. I mean,
Because you,
I started coming pretty much right shortly after I got out of jail.
Rephrase that.
yeah, it started coming.
I started coming.
Yeah.
I started showing up
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
right
so,
after
yeah.
I got out of jail.
Yeah, so maybe it was earlier,
So
but you
that'd
weren't
be
here
like
every week at
October.
that point. You came.
No,
up-
yeah, when he first showed up, and then, by the way, I was looking at I was watching a Daria Lovshkina video, and she's still fucking out. Anyway, she's got a Patreon, and she goes, for my Patreon's exclusive content, that usually means tits, but you got to pay. I ain't paying to see no tits.
the one we watched that
Yeah.
one day, that French Canadian lady, that petite.
Yeah.
She has
Huge
have you
tits.
She has huge tits. But have you guys heard of OnlyFans.com?
No.
Basically, you set it up and you can put pictures and videos of yourself on there, and people pay a subscription monthly to see your pics and vids.
No.
She has one,
Oh.
and it's like sexy pictures and videos and stuff. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, it's only $10.99 a month because she's on. I follow her on Instagram. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
she's hot, and it's like, oh, it's only $10.99 a month, but I don't do nudity. I'm like, nope.
No, then I can just watch your.
I'll just
Instagram
watch your
for free.
regular stuff.
And she's super. She's kind of like, I wouldn't say bitchy, but like combative with the comments. Oh, baby, you're so damn hot. I'm not your baby. She like posts stuff like that, and she goes, "You're looking great, sweetheart. I'm not your sweetheart." It's like, all right, listen. You cannot be all. I can't think of the. All of a sudden, you can't play that game without playing that game. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
You can't have your voluptuous, gigantic tits and gorgeous body and be showing it off all the time, and then act. And I'm not talking about guys that are being flat out disrespectful either. I'm talking about just guys like, "Hey, God, baby, look at you," stuff like that. It's like, what'd you expect? Everyone like, I respect you as an artist and a human. It's retarded.
No, I like your tits.
Yeah.
These people are
You look
following you
sexy.
because you show off a lot of skin.
Yeah.
They're
And you're
paying-
hot.
They're paying money because you do that.
Right.
Yeah, they're not
They're-
following you because they respect every aspect of you.
They're not like, I hope she reads some good literature on the air tonight. That's not what they're there for.
Yeah, and she gets like just like bitchy with people. You know, it's like, look, the whole thing is you're fulfilling a fantasy. You play along, dummy. I get it that you don't want to fuck me. I know that. I'm not stupid.
Wait, well, maybe she does. Though.
Yeah. But the point is, you pretend that you want to fuck me so that I pay for your nudes or your shit or whatever.
Exactly. And
Lady.
then if somebody comments about you're exploiting your looks to get people to follow you, and then if somebody makes a comment about your looks that isn't disrespectful, that's just you look really good or really hot today, I guess. Don't insult them.
Yeah, well, she would get mad at comments like "babe" or "doll" or it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Fucking all right. How about this? How about you get put in a burqa? How about that? Be humble, lady. How about that? Why don't we try that on? No one gets to see you. How about that?
You just got us deplatformed.
Yeah, it's like white Sharia now. We could go for that. But I don't know. Like everybody knows what the game is. We know the game. You're hot. We want to see your body. You show it. We pay or whatever. I've actually never paid for smut.
No, it doesn't make sense to.
No, you don't need to pay for it. But you're getting followers, you're getting ad revenue, and you're getting that because you're hot, and I'm weak, and I'm a man, and I'm going to look at you.
Exactly.
So that's the deal.
If I can find free stuff of you on the internet, I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
If not, oh well.
And she still makes money because she got the views and gets the ad revenue and all that shit.
Exactly.
What was her Gentle Whispers? That's the girl we're talking about.
Is that the one?
Is it Gentle? No, I don't.
No, Gentle Whispers is the blonde.
Yeah, that's the blonde girl.
I don't.
Little something or other.
Little sexy boop. No.
Whatever.
Hold on.
Whatever. Look at my tits, but respect me, girl. Well, shut up.
Yeah, I'll find her because, like I said, I follow her on Instagram since that day
I do too. I'm not that mad at her where I'm not going to stop.
Little Clover.
Yeah, Little Clover Whispers. I'm not going to stop looking at you, Little Clover Whispers, but we know the deal. You and me have an understanding. If you want to be talked about and treated in the way you want, then cover up. Cover up.
Oh yeah, her OnlyFans because she has a link on her Instagram. Lots of lewd content. Although I don't post nudity. Like what?
That's not lewd then.
Then get the hell. I'm not giving you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not giving you $10.99 a month regardless.
I don't give any money to content creators, and I don't think I've ever given a single cent. Even the ones that I'm supposed to support. I'm like, we're getting to platform. We really need money. I'm like, man, I hope you guys make it.
Good luck.
Yeah, right.
Best of luck, bro.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not paying.
Yeah. Hey, I work for a living, you know. I do my shit, you know.
I want to go back a couple episodes real quick.
Yeah.
We talked about Amber Heard like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
According to the report I just read, Disney is reconsidering and they may be bringing Johnny Depp back for another Pirates movie.
Good, because he didn't do anything.
Yeah. I know they gave him some shit the other day because in court they read his texts to her where he was talking about like doing shit to her, but at that point he was already probably pissed off out of his mind, which I don't blame him for.
Yeah, my jaw fucking hurts from you hitting me.
So yeah,
Crazy bitch!
They might be bringing him back. So Amber Heard may have lost for reals.
Yeah, good.
Hope they do.
Fuck you, Amber Heard, you abusive bitch.
You're so hot.
Yeah, well, that's why she wants to be talked to, so I'm going to talk to her that way.
Yeah, you're so hot.
Let's say alleged.
I bet you're so
let's say
good in
alleged
bed,
so we don't
too.
get sued. Because
Yeah.
because she's going to listen, and I don't want to get sued for
You're
it.
allegedly so hot and so good in bed.
Amanda, I will tame you.
Oh, that was the other
You
thing.
come here, I'll tame your ass.
We didn't talk about is, she was with a woman for a few years.
Yeah, she's bisexual.
She beat her up
Why am I not surprised?
10 years ago, or she hit her in an airport, and the cops thought it. Yeah. Anyways, she hit a female.
Well, who was she
partner.
with before Depp? She was with somebody. The dude.
Amber Heard's just begging for that backhand.
Yeah, she was
Begging.
She was with somebody.
I didn't follow her that much. Honestly, I didn't really know who she was until I saw Aquaman.
I saw her never back down
Oh
when I first saw her, and I whacked off.
I forgot she was in that.
No, but seriously, I saw that.
And I wagged up.
Yeah.
She was in a
Fucking
Nicolas
hot
Cage
as fuck.
movie, too.
It cannot be denied. She's hot.
Definitely.
I can't remember what Nicolas Cage movie she was in, but she was in that. And I didn't know it was her until like recently. I was like, oh, that was her. So honestly, the first thing I remember seeing her in, and remember thinking, man, she's hot, was indeed Aquaman.
Yeah,
Which I hope she gets kicked off of Aquaman.
I hope she gets kicked off everything. And I found out what happened with his finger because I didn't know. Like if I at first I was like, oh, I spread misinformation because she didn't cut it off.
No.
Then I thought, oh, then I heard, oh, he got mad in a fit of like rage and cut his own off. And then I heard that, and then you hear what actually happened was there was a broken vase or some large glass thing thrown at him.
Oh.
And it somehow got his fingertip, and it wasn't like his fingertip like from the nail, like just like literally like the tip, like how you would almost like a cigar, you know?
Oh, like when you pinched off the tip of your finger.
Yeah, like
Alan?
a finger
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
Still crazy. She still threw shit at him and caused it,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like I was under the information. There was just like fucking someone took a butcher knife or a cleaver, you know.
Yeah, like,
But that ain't what happened.
Samurai sword.
Yeah, something really crazy.
No, the thing that got me about her the most was when she may or may not have shit in their bed because she was pissed off at him for not coming to the party on time. That right there was the one that, like, violence. Okay, violence sucks, but people have violent outbursts. No one has a shit outburst.
Yeah, the shitting on the bed.
That's next level.
The bed shit. Mike says, I'm lying about not knowing OnlyFans. I don't know OnlyFans. I really don't. And I know all the creepy shit, but I don't know.
Like, I only know it because of there's people on Instagram who I've been following for a long time that all of a sudden now have this and they want you to pay. And not even like smut peddlers before. They were just people. One of them I was following because of the tattoos and something else, and then she all of a sudden started doing an OnlyFans. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck this shit is.
I don't know.
So I just recently found out about it.
I want content creators to get paid. I want them to make money. I'm just not paying for it. That's all. That's my point.
Yeah, I want them to make that mythical money so we can give it to Canada. So they'll start
that mythical money.
Oh, it was
theoretical money.
If YouTube hadn't been such a cunt to people and let them get their payment, that was a great thing. They didn't need. There was no need for Patreons or any of that shit.
No,
people used to make bank on YouTube.
Yep.
Now it's like, it sucks.
I mean, you can make money if
you're Ryan's World.
If you're Ryan's World or Dude Perfect,
Pootie Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't make money doing anything else. That's not true. You make some money, but it's not what you should.
Well, like
be
I was talking about like monetization and stuff, and I was looking at like there are people who have like 200,000 followers. They're the only guy on their show or their channel.
Yeah.
And they still got to have a 9 to 5. So I was thinking, it was like, God, we'd have to have like 2 million subscribers, merchandise and everything for probably to make the living that we make now. Yeah. It's like hard to make a lot of money on there. You got to like get an insane amount of fucking followers and views, and you got to censor a lot of shit too. And
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Amber Heard dated Elon Musk.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it was after Depp though.
Oh, he probably.
Oh, that's recent.
Oh, he probably choked her in his dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know that guy's got a fucking S&M dungeon, and he beat that bitchiness right out of her.
Yeah,
maybe
tied the freaking voltage meter out here at 40,000 megawatts here. That's totally true. It's not conjecture.
No.
In my own head, it happened.
That's fact. That's what happened.
Elon Musk hooked Tesla parts up to her.
It's real.
But that's our update that Depp might be getting
good
what he needs.
Good.
What he should get.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should get his job back. He should get his life back because he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. He should probably cut back on his like wine orders though. Apparently they're really very pricey.
Yeah. He might want to do cut back the boozing a little bit.
Yeah.
The substance.
No,
sounds
man.
like he's drinking while he's on Xanax.
He's not even drinking. He's just from Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, that guy. We had a fan come in there, and he subscribed to us, by the way, which is weird because he was kind of a hater. He's like, "You guys are spreading misinformation. He's not drunk. He's from Kentucky. That's just how he talks." I was like, "Bro, my dad's whole family's from Kentucky, and they can do sentences. That dude's fucking hammered right now. That's what
it's
either that. I've watched Johnny Depp on TV or in movies for over 30 years. He never sounded like that. I don't know.
He's like, Amber, what the hell are you talking about? Amber, what's your problem?
It's either he's drinking all the time or he can't get out of the Jack Sparrow character.
Yeah, right.
Like he's just locked into that.
Right.
Because that's what he sounds like. He sounds like he's talking like Jack Sparrow all the time.
Well, she probably pushed him into trauma where he thinks he's Jack Sparrow. Like he's just like, I am Jack Sparrow. You beat me into it. It's like you've driven me to the point. I don't know. Old Depp, though. That's good for him. I want him to get his money.
I hope it works, yeah. He might not get the amount my foot hurts. Might not get the amount he got for the previous, because he got like 90-something million for the last one he made.
Yeah, well, that'll cover, like Al said, that'll cover somewhat of his wine bill.
Right.
He won't get anything else out of it.
He
just heard,
does love wine.
Well, I just heard his expenses are like, it was
off the charts.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like at one point, I mean, Elton John had all this money. Come to find out that like just his floral arrangements that he had to have fresh every day at his home or wherever he was staying, whatever home he was staying at, like was that, and just like his spending was basically breaking him. Because he was spending so extravagantly, and then they were showing like part of his floral arrangement bill was like outrageous. It's kind of like
it's crazy.
It's kind of like like Allen Iverson, when he's filing bankruptcy, and one of his major debts is that he has a $800,000 debt to jewelers.
Yeah,
Jesus,
you what? I mean,
$800,000
debt to jewelers.
It's fucking an insane cost.
Did you guys? You may have seen this, but maybe not. I don't know if you guys read the New York Post. I also don't read the New York Post, but I saw this article. This guy was walking around the store and stabbing women with a syringe full of his semen.
That's amazing.
Sounds like a lovely man.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing: he was stabbing them with syringes filled with semen, and his last name is Steeman. It's almost semen. It just has one extra letter. It looks like semen with a T in it.
Try some of steaming semen,
Here's
bitch.
my steaming.
Oh my god,
here's some steaming semen, baby.
And they called the cops. She thought she was. At first, it felt like she was burnt. She said, like a cigarette lighter.
Or it was steaming.
She's like initially thought she was burned by a cigarette butt. Does she like burn herself with cigarette butts, or somebody burned her before? That's how she knows that feels like.
The bondage chick.
And then when they were taking him away after the attack, before the cops showed up, he yelled to her, "It felt like a bee sting, didn't it?"
That's what turns this guy on.
I guess so.
They're like, ma'am, can you describe what you were feeling? Well, yeah, like when somebody burns you with a cigarette,
or
that's what it felt like.
Or dump some candle wax.
Okay,
in
this
it.
chick had some daddy problems.
That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying, right?
But here's the thing: what happens if they find out this guy has like some STDs and he's stabbing his semen into women?
That would be a form of what do you call it? Assault with a deadly weapon, really.
Yeah, it's like that guy who was like pissed off he had AIDS and was going around sleeping with chicks and not disclosing.
Yeah,
he was basically just trying to kill other people.
Yeah, it's even weirder than that.
I mean, it's one of them.
You guys ever hear of a bug catcher? Bug chaser.
What now?
A bug chaser.
Please explain that.
Yeah,
it's usually typically gay men, but really anybody that wants to willingly contract an STD. They want it.
Ooh.
It's like a weird fetish, fucked up thing. Obviously, something bad. So they go around hoping to fuck a guy with AIDS.
Yeah,
or fuck a guy with whatever. Bug chasers. It's a real thing.
Bug chasers.
What's the advantage?
And then there's one of those. There's a guy. I don't know. Some legislator out there wanted to make it where it's no longer a felony to give somebody unknowingly an STD. Like say you got AIDS or you have genital warts or herpes, and you know it when you give it to some unsuspecting person. It was a felony, as it should be.
That's what it should be. Yes.
Well, the guy, they either did get rid of that law, or they attempted to get rid of the law where you could just go ahead and you can give someone whatever the fuck. Okay. I'm not going to California. That's my point.
That doesn't make any sense because that's you're trying to kill somebody, or at least trying to make them very sick.
So is this to get the whole bug chasing demographic? Is that part of their tourism? You bug chasers worldwide, come to California. There's no laws against it.
Everyone has AIDS.
AIDS.
But if that's a demographic, then we need to get that demographic. I don't care. We have to get every demographic basically at this point.
we got to get whatever demographic we can. This show's fucking. It's not growing.
We never. Yeah, I was trying to think if there's any demographics we wouldn't want, and honestly. No, I want people to.
Now, bug chasers are welcome to listen to us.
Yeah.
I don't want the zoophiles. They can't listen.
Yeah, I guess so.
Nambla.
Oh, yeah.
Nambla can't listen.
Definitely, yeah, not the pedophiles.
And Steve Kerr can't listen.
No.
All right, no
And-
Steve Kerr.
No Steve Kerr.
But LeBron can.
Yeah, LeBron, I forgave LeBron a while ago. And Gonzo can't listen. I
Oh,
hate
my
him.
God.
I hate
Save
him.
our sacred heart.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Our local community, Nicole Curtis from HGTV,
Yeah, the rehab addict.
the Rehab Addict, she got removed from our frickin' city council meeting.
She did.
And I didn't see it, but the dude that got busted with the dope
Yeah.
was one of the people saying she was acting up or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I didn't see it. I don't know what
I
happened.
also did not
no
see
idea
it.
what happened.
I've been trying to stay away from it.
All right,
'Cause
wait. She got removed from the council meeting.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to see it before I make it. Like if she was being a ruckus maker, or they
Right.
really were being tyrants or fascist. Before I make a judgment on anything, I want to see the video.
I have also not seen it yet.
So I don't know what happened.
But then you said that somebody who got busted with drugs.
Yeah, the one councilman got busted.
Yeah,
last week.
one of our councilmen. Yeah, he's
He's one of the people that are kicked.
he has a party deal.
He's
going
one
at
of
his
them
house.
that had her kicked out.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, okay.
and he's made some comment like she was being a ruckus maker. I'm like, dude, why don't you invite her to your house? Seemed like the party's at your house, motherfucker.
Well,
Right.
one person on one of the pages said, and again, I have not seen it either. He said that at first, the first guy that posted said that you're allowed 3 minutes, and it says as soon as you walk in, you know if you're speaking, you're supposed to speak within 3 minutes. They let you go over a little bit,
yeah, they're not gonna let you just keep going.
and that she just wanted to keep going. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I don't know why they would remove her unless she got upset about it. And then another person,
she went all fucking Manson family member.
well, then other people were like, no, she didn't even get a chance to speak. She tried standing up and talking, but it sounded like out of turn. Like people were talking, but she was standing. She wasn't at the podium. She was at the end of the row standing like, hey, I would like to speak. I would like
Well,
to
that's
speak,"
illegal.
and trying to interrupt. Again, I don't know.
I would have to see the video before I make a judgment because
But
So we should be able to just get that pretty easily, right?
Oh, yeah.
someone probably filmed it because
Well-
it's public record and then they can.
yeah,
They used to have on public access. I would watch people bitch about.
they must still have it somewhere because people watched it.
I didn't see it.
Watched the whole meeting. But here's how petty I am. So Gonzo has a thing in his window. It's just a fabric.
Save our sacred heart.
Yeah.
Save our sacred heart. He's got a logo.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm going to copy that, but I'm going to change it to smash our sacred heart, and I'm going to put it in his window so he can see it.
Smash our say.
Because I drive by there every day. I'm away to work and I'm away home, and I'm like,
I'm going to get
change it.
involved now,
Change
not
it.
4 years ago. And all
Yeah,
this stuff.
we're really concerned about this thing that's been going on for 4 years, but just now, not 4 years ago when it started. And then I'm going to send him a letter in the mail, but I'm going to make it like a ransom letter and be like, I hope they knock down that church just to spite you. I'm like, I don't know what it is about this man that just irritated me so much.
No, he's your Steve Kerr.
I just can't stand him.
He's your Steve Kerr.
And I never had that problem with him before. It's just he made it personal.
Yep.
No, he's an asshole.
Satan.
He's a known asshole.
No, he made it personal with me, though. He called me evil. He called me Satan.
Did he call you a fascist?
He didn't call me a fascist. But he
That's
called me,
just a
he
city
called me a
council
liar.
Evil Satan liar. I mean, that's
I
Evil
just-
Satan, liar, fascist.
It was like, so at that point I knew that we were going to be mortal enemies.
Well, good.
Yeah.
You need hate. Hate helps.
I still agree with them. I hope they don't knock it down. I hope they find some use for it.
I hope they don't either. But if it could hurt him though in some way,
yeah.
I don't even, yeah.
no, if it could hurt.
If it does happen, I won't, I'll be upset, but I'll be kind of happy knowing that he's miserable.
So he just doesn't.
He made it personal, not me.
That's true. Well, fellas, I think I'm gonna close this down.
Yeah, my ears are hurting from these headphones.
That's it. We're just close it down a little early. So next week, you got something to do, right?
Yeah, I won't be
You won't
available.
be here, and so
I'll come up with some material. if you
yeah.
want.
Well, please do.
I can message Henkel see if he wants to come over next week at my place.
Anybody can come by.
Okay.
Anybody that listens, I'll open up the Discord next week. I did earlier, but Phil didn't want on. Mike's joined in, but Mike, literally, the only reason I don't have the Discord on is I'm sitting in my couch, not at my computer, because no one was listening.
Did
I'm sitting in a more comfortable spot where I can't really.
It's really hard to reach.
Yeah, I'm embedded 10 feet away from my fucking computer.
It's like really hard to reach, man.
And I'm very comfortable right now. I don't even know if I'm going to end the show. I'm just going to sit here while you guys leave and talk to myself. Hey, guys, this is Mike from Radio Underground. I'm fucking really tired right now. But let me switch seats real quick.
Maybe the Discord's what crashed us earlier.
Bringing you
Might have been.
bringing you all the hits from yesterday and today.
Yeah. So I switched to this mic.
Well,
yeah, I know
actually, you know what? For next week, what happened last year was I still did the show, but it was after the dance was over. So I'm going to a scholarship dance. But when it was over, I just came over and we did an episode later. But that's because she had to work the next day. She is this week. Never mind. I probably won't be here.
Mike called me a fat ass.
What? You shouldn't say that.
Not nice, Mike.
I mean, even if it's true, you shouldn't call people names.
Yeah, it's 100% true, but it's not right.
You going to call me a fat ass? I dare you. I'll tell you not to, really harshly.
Hey, fatty!
Hey.
Yeah. Thanks for sending me to my grave with AIDS. We talked about both things, bug chasers and fat.
We did. Now we need to cry about it.
All right, we're out of here. Radio Underground. Thanks for listening.
Check us out on social media.
All social media we have is Radio Underground. One word. Radio Underground. Sometimes there's like a little podcast or show at the end of it, but
Check us out.
check us out. Bye.
Subscribe.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground.